Chapter 4386, Say It, Master. Long Chen knows that the academy is in such a hurry to transfer him back. There must be an important task for him. We are pressed for time, Dean Long Chen. It's impolite. The deputy hall master of Nalei stretched out a finger. Long Chen immediately realized that the Lord of Lei's deputy hall wanted to deliver the message with the power of his soul, because the amount of information was too large. If it was delivered with the photo jade, I didn't know how much time it would take. It's just that it's very impolite to send a message in this way. If Long Chen is an ordinary disciple, there's nothing to be taboo about Vice Hall Master Lei. But Long Chenai is the president of the branch. He has a high status. In this way, it's not suitable, so he only made one move. Long Chen nods and approaches himself, letting Lei's finger point in his eyebrow. Then, countless messages flow into Long Chen's mind. Those messages are all important events that happened after the opening of the 18 gates of the world, including race, strength, attitude towards human race, and their performance in the world. 17 of the 18 worlds are hostile to the human race. Only the Yuyang Kingdom is not hostile to the human race, but some are discriminatory. It can be said that none of the 18 worlds is friendly to the human race. Except for Yuyang, the other worlds are no different from the wilderness and no one. However, each of these 18 worlds is vast, far larger than the uninhabited world and the wilderness. It is said that these 18 worlds are connected with the extraterritorial world. The chi of chaos comes from the extraterritorial world. Therefore, the strong of these 18 worlds are even more terrifying. What shocked Long Chen most is that there are saints in all 18 worlds, and there is more than one saint in each world. These saints are not semi-saints like the red-haired monster. They are all real saints. They have been promoted to saints for countless years and are the real powers in the world. However, these saints are powerful and will not leave their own world easily. Therefore, as long as they do not enter their world, there is no need to worry about meeting them. With the opening of the 18 worlds, Ming Haoyan is in chaos. The Terrans here are more unbearable than Nirvana in Tian. As soon as the gate is opened, countless Terrans take the initiative to surrender to these forces. They are so devout that they are afraid that they will go late and be robbed by others. Some forces even directly invite the strong in the alien world to take charge of their own nests. They want to hand over their own forces and families to each other to show their sincerity. In Ninefold, because of the relationship between the dragon and the dust, most of the people can keep their heads, and the traitors are only a few people. But it's not the same in Hades. As soon as the door of the world opens, countless people flock to the world in order to seek the best cultivation environment and resources. For these, they have nothing to sell. As a result, at the beginning, countless people fell to different races. When most of them did so, people naturally accepted this way and did not feel ashamed and followed suit. Today, Ming Haoyan has become a typical laugh at the poor but not the prostitutes. Even those who are slaves to other races often look down on the ordinary people and feel that they are superior. Not only that, even the strong people in the other days around them who heard about the situation of Ming Haoyan did not hesitate to risk their lives to cross the sky. Some people even went bankrupt. If they didn't have enough money, they would rob their families and come to the city after raising enough money. Originally, the cost of cross-sky navigation was extremely high. As a result, Ming Haoyan was flooded with strong people from all over the world, which made the cost of cross-sky navigation frighteningly high, but it still could not stop people's yearning for Ming Haoyan. In a word, the Ming Haoyan is now in a complete chaos. As long as you go out of the academy, you will see countless creatures who have never seen before, walking around recklessly, as if walking in your own back garden. If the Terrans want to enter the other world, it will be extremely difficult. If there is no strong guarantee, they need to be planted with the soul mark and become slaves before they can enter that world. But even so, there is still an endless stream of strong people waiting to enter the other world. For a place to become slaves, countless people fight to death, even lost their lives. Before Long Chen saw those people who were used as animals, he was furious. Now Long Chen's anger was put out by a basin of cold water, and his heart was cold. It's a kind of cold, almost hopeless. Long Chenking has a cavity of anger, but he doesn't know who to send it to. At this time, looking at those bullied and crushed people, Long Chenking can only mourn his misfortune and be angry. Dean Long Chen, this is the situation of Ming Haotian. It can be said that it was extremely chaotic. However, these guys are very cunning, different from those idiots in the no man's world and the wilderness. Now they deliberately disturb the Terran pattern and confuse people's thoughts. Soon, they will use these people to test my Lingxiao Academy. Now their taxis are extremely holy. Since ancient times, they have worshipped the strong. The strong of the human race are oppressed by the elites in the world, which further encourages their arrogance. The pride of the world who are building up their prestige in Ming Hao Tian have a wide range of followers. Many pride of the human race, either in the worship of power or in the desire for resources, have invested in their command. If it goes on like this, it won't be long before the strong ones of the human race, except the believers of Brahma, will become their slaves. The main road of Lei Vice Hall. Followers of Brahma? These people in the world dare not touch the followers of Brahma? Long Chen was surprised. Indeed, there is no conflict between these forces and the followers of Brahma. Even some of the great Brahma believers, because of their unswerving faith, turned to the strong in the alien world and were killed directly by the strong in the alien world. A sneer appeared in the corner of Long Chen's mouth. It's a bit interesting. This Holy King's meeting is a big conspiracy. It is Brahma who has made use of us and opened the door of the world. Now the world's strong men and Brahmas do not break the river. They don't even bother to play after hearing what Long Chen said. All the immortal and strong men were silent. They knew a lot of things, but some things could not be said casually. In their opinion, it's better not to let young people know such things. They don't want young people to bear so much pressure. Mr. Lei, what do you want me to do? Long Chen's face was gloomy. He took a deep breath and calmed down his anger. It's very simple. When you get well, go out for a walk and tell them who is the king of the world. The Thundervice Hall Main Tiny Smile Way. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4387. In the main hall, the Dragon Blood army left, leaving only Bai Ledian, the Lord of the Hall, and hundreds of immortal strong men. President, I think President Long Chen knows too much and has too much pressure. It's not a good thing for him. An immortal strong man with a worried face. Yes, they are still children according to their age. It is reasonable to say that they should be high-spirited and rebellious. But no matter Long Chen or those dragon blood soldiers, they are all too precocious and bear the maturity and steadiness they should not have at this age. Another immortal strongman sighed. The president shook his head and said, I can't help it. They all grow up from suffering. Whether they are dragon dust or those dragon blood soldiers, they are helpless. There are many thorns on the road of practice, and they are startled step by step. They should be careful in every section of the road, like walking on thin ice. It's like two children who haven't grown up when Shirshir and Xiaola are with them. That's the gap. No one gives an umbrella to a child. He can only run hard in the rain. If he runs out, he will live. If he can't run out, he will die. His practice is cruel and helpless. For the experience of Long Chen, he knows better than anyone that behind the strength of Long Chen, there are unimaginable hardships and pain. The world only sees the bright side of his clothes, but can't see the sea of blood behind him. So, I'm worried that Dean Long Chen can't achieve the effect we want. Unfortunately, there are so many arrogant and domineering talents in our hands, but their strength can't support their arrogance. President Long Chen is powerful, but he is too mature. He seems to have passed the age of arrogance and despotism. I don't know him. An immortal strong man looks worried. At present, the Terran people lack self-confidence in their eyes and are confused. If they don't create a hero of the Terran people, their will be destroyed sooner or later by these chaos. The world is eyeing our Lingxiao Academy, and a Fantian is lurking in the dark, so we can't be quiet anymore. Crisis, opportunity, a lot of Terran forces are secretly accumulating strength, forbearance. Because they know that the first goal in the world is Lingxiao Academy. As long as Lingxiao Academy does not collapse, They will not be worried. They can develop at ease, but we can't. We have to fight back strongly to win more initiative. The reason why so many of us have come here is to give President Long Chin confidence. He doesn't have to worry about gain and loss, so he makes a lot of trouble. However, the eyes of Dean Long Chen before leaving are really incomprehensible, and I don't know if he can let go of his hands and feet. Deputy Hall Master Lei has some helplessness. You're all worrying. At this moment, the Lord of the Temple opened his mouth, and everyone looked at the Lord of the Temple. The Lord of the Temple said faintly, "You don't know him. In fact, Long Chen is a person who doesn't like to use his brain. He prefers simple and violent things. Only when his own strength is insufficient, he has to calculate the number of steps to analyze the situation between ourselves and the enemy, so as to obtain the maximum benefits at the minimum cost. Because Long Chen has been in adversity, he had to be careful, otherwise he would have died long ago. Now we support him. He knows what we want better than anyone else. You worry that he will make too much noise, but I am on the contrary. I am afraid that if he makes too much noise, we will not be able to control him." The presence of the immortal strong looked at each other, for a time the entire hall, silent. 3 days later, Long Chen was the first to go out of the pass, and all his injuries recovered. Although he was the most seriously injured, he recovered very quickly because of the vitality support of chaotic space. According to Long Chen's estimation, the reason why it takes so long for him to recover from this injury is that he was injured by the power of the Holy One. If you don't fight with the red hair monster, the damage brought by those immortal giants is not worth the same. However, this also gives Long Chen a wake-up call. When you meet saints in the future, you must not be careless. If you don't get it right, you really have to plant it in their hands. At this time, Long Chen's strength was restored, and after continuous fierce fighting, he deeply stabbed his life instinct, and his realm went from being the first king of the world to being the first king of the world. Unfortunately, I'm too busy to have enough pills. Otherwise, with the help of pills and the stimulation of fighting, I might be able to break through to triple heaven or even quadruple heaven. Long Chen is a little annoyed. Because Long Chen himself ate too much pills, resulting in a huge drug resistance, only under the stimulation of the battle of life and death can he better stimulate the drug resistance in the body, and he missed a chance to improve rapidly. But Long Chen also has his own helplessness, although he doesn't need to worry about alchemy, just have Huolinger and Qian Kuanding. But Huolinger is one of his life-saving cards. She must keep the strongest state to deal with the unpredictable danger. In this case, alchemy will affect the state of Huolinger. Although alchemy is important, it is more important than the battle of wilderness and no man. Therefore, Huolinger has not alchemy. After going out of the pass, Long Chen's mind sank into the chaotic space for the first time and began to refine Wang Dan with Huolinger. Buzz the heaven and earth cauldron vibrates, countless runes on it light up, the divine light flows, and the dragon dust can't help but be speechless. Let me help you fight. You'll pretend to sleep. When it comes to alchemy, you'll come to the spirit. Most of the time, the runes on the heaven and earth cauldron don't care about Long Chen. Only when Long Chen is alchemy, will it be willing to communicate with Long Chen and be controlled by Long Chen. It seems that it is not willing to communicate with Long Chen except alchemy. Tianjia grass, the root of all calamities, Sanhuaguo, Wuang water lotus. By the way, Wuang water lily can be replaced by magic eye water lily. The effect is better. When counting the precious medicine, Long Chen suddenly remembered that this main medicine can be replaced by 7th-grade magic eye water lily, which is equivalent to Tianzuan-grade magic eye water lily. When it comes to Wuang water lotus, Long Chen suddenly thinks of Lian Wang. At the beginning, Long Chen defeated Lian Wang in the Xingwang arena. She finally turned into a lotus seed, which was put into the chaotic space and buried in the earth by Long Chen. Later, Long Chen forgot about it. Because he was promoted to the Queen of the World, the chaos space suddenly expanded dozens of times. Its expansion was different from before. 3,000 Taiyin Wood and Fusang Ancient Wood began to occupy their own chassis as if they were alive. They look for their own positions, keep a certain distance from other trees, and seem to arrange themselves according to a certain array. The place where Longchen planted the lotus shadowless seeds was occupied by an ancient fusang tree, and the original lotus pond was gone. This time, Longchen thought of them and began to look for them. Later, in a dark corner of the chaotic world, Longchen saw a black magic pool. There are tens of thousands of magic lotus plants in Shinchi, each of which is tens of thousands of miles high. But in front of the huge wood of Taiyin, they are still unimportant. If Longchen doesn't deliberately look for them, he doesn't know that they are growing secretly in the corner. Good guy, all of them are 7th-grade magic eye water lilies. Now, I'm going to make a super king's elixir. Longchen was so happy that he picked all the lotus seeds at one go and made a fire to make pills. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4388. This time, the dragon dust is alchemy in the outside world. When the fire rises, the breath of heaven and earth cauldron flows, and the chaotic gas between heaven and earth is sucked into the alchemy furnace. It's the first time for Longchen to concentrate on alchemy in such an environment. He wants to observe the influence of chaotic qi on the pills. After all, in the memory of Emperor Dan, although there are countless prescriptions, it's not enough to have prescriptions for alchemy. The fire should change according to the changes of the outside world at any time. In addition, Longchen needs to find out the best refining method with the fastest speed, and then teach Huelinger. However, Longchen soon found that he was thinking too much. There were endless runes flowing on the heaven and earth cauldron, and the avenue runes were evolving on their own. Longchen could not help frowning several times, and the heaven and earth cauldron was actually alchemy itself. What the hell, it's not right. Longchen wanted to change the fire several times, but he was disturbed by the heaven and earth cauldron. Brother Longchen, heaven and earth cauldron hopes that I can alchemy according to its method. Fire spirit sun suddenly to Longchen Wei. Can you communicate with it? Longchen was stunned. I can barely understand its emotions. Fire spirit sun Wei. Let it be. Seeing that Huelinger said so, Longchen had to give up. He had no way to refine the heaven and earth cauldron, but he knew it would not work. Buzz, the heaven and earth cauldron vibrates, the lid of the cauldron is lifted, and 9 pills fly out. If it's a general elixir, the first time you refine the world's pills, you can successfully refine the world's pills. If it's still 9 pills, you will be ecstatic. But for Longchen, this is simply unacceptable. What's the matter? Can you take this pill? Not to mention Chinese elixir, even top elixir with the drug resistance of Longchen, it won't have any effect. I said, you can't do this. Longchen can't help complaining at last, but in the middle of it he shut up because he found that there were a lot of copper scraps on the heaven and earth cauldron. At that moment, it dawned on Longchen that the purpose of alchemy was not to eat, but to help himself. Why is it? Go on. In this case, Longchen is not reluctant to let Huelinger and Qiankuanding make pills here, which is conducive to the recovery of Qiankuanding. As long as the heaven and earth cauldron can recover its strength, it will be of great help to Longchen. The so-called sharpening the sword will not miss the firewood cutter. Longchen left Qiankuanding and Huelinger, leaving enough precious medicines for them to make their own pills. He left. Anyway, Qiankuanding has his soul mark. It's very easy for Qiankuanding to find him, not to mention Huelinger. As long as they are in the sensing range, their souls are common. Because the heaven and earth cauldron needs to absorb a lot of chaotic aura when it is alchemy. Although there are also massive chaotic auras in the chaotic space of Longchen, those auras are all from the corpses and chaotic spirit stones collected by Longchen. The aura of chaos in chaotic space is limited. If you use 1 point, you will lose 1 point. However, the aura of chaos between heaven and earth is infinite and free. Of course, dragon dust will not consume the aura of chaos. Longchen left alone and rushed to the academy. It turned out that the place where Longchen was the boundary of the Temple of the God of War. The Temple of the God of War was a hidden world, hidden behind Lingshao Academy. The location of the Temple of War is the secret of Lingshao Academy. Few people in the academy can know this secret. It can be said that the Temple of War is the secret weapon of Lingshao Academy. Long Chen went out of the gate of the Temple of the God of War. He needed 2 transmissions before he came to the secret transmission array of the Academy. When the elder guarding the teleportation array saw Long Chen himself, he was shocked. He could hardly believe his eyes. Obviously, they didn't know that Long Chen had quietly returned to Lingshao Academy. Meeting President Long Chen, the 4 elders, shocked, saluted Long Chen in a hurry. "Several elders, I just came back. It belongs to the secret of the Academy. Please help me to keep the secret first." Long Chen wrote. "Don't worry, we know," the elders said in a hurry. Hearing what they said, Long Chen turns around and leaves. For convenience, Long Chen makes a purple mask for himself. The mask is condensed by purple blood runes, which can be transformed into any shape, so that others can neither see the face of dragon dust nor feel the breath of dragon dust. In this way, it's much more convenient for Long Chen to walk. Behind Long Chen, Kunpeng's wings emerge, just like a meteor, galloping toward the outer courtyard. When passing through a quiet and peaceful forest, Long Chen slowed down and looked left and right, but after a long time, he didn't see the target he wanted to see. "Brother Long Chen, are you looking for me?" At this moment, a pleasant voice full of surprise came, and then the auspicious clouds rose between heaven and earth. A beautiful crane, with its wings floating, flew to the dragon dust with colorful radiance. As soon as it appears, the colorful auspicious light covers the whole world, and the quiet forest is shrouded by colorful clouds, just like a fairyland on earth. "Little crane, you are not sleeping." Long Chen is surprised and happy. He takes a chance to see her. I don't know why. Back in the academy, Long Chen is eager to see Xiao here. Perhaps, in Long Chen's heart, he has already regarded him as his own sister. After all, during the period when Long Chen and Long Xiaoyu lived together for the longest time, Xiaoyu was as big as Xiao here. Seeing little crane is like seeing his own sister. Even Long Chen's nose is slightly sour. He knows that after so many years, Xiaoyu has already grown up, but in his impression, Xiaoyu is still that little one. "Brother Long Chen," little crane flies to Long Chen and turns into a little girl carved with powder and jade. She jumps into Long Chen's arms. Her beautiful eyes are full of excitement and joy. "Brother Long Chen, it's very kind of you. I just dreamt that you came back and felt your breath. It turned out that the dream didn't cheat me. You really came to me." Little crane's big black and white eyes seem to be the purest and most beautiful gem in the world. Looking at her, she feels that her soul has been purified, which makes people forget all the pain and sorrow in the world. "My brother always miss you now the world is in chaos. My brother is afraid that you will be bullied by bad people, so the first time to see you well, my brother will rest assured," Long Chen said with a smile. Long Chen is really worried about this little sister, although he knows that the colorful crane clan is the auspicious beast of heaven, and no race dares to bully them all the time. But now it's different. All kinds of monsters are born. No one is invincible forever, and the colorful crane clan may not have any nemesis. Therefore, Long Chen comes to see little crane for the first time. "Brother Long Chen is so nice, Little crane nestles in Long Chen's arms, and his face is full of excitement. "By the way, brother, will you take me out to play? I always want to see the outside world," little crane said. "The outside world is full of bad people, aren't you afraid?" Long Chen asked. "I'm not afraid. I know my brother will protect me," little crane said with a smile. "That's true, but my brother may kill at any time. I don't want your pure eyes to be polluted by the killing." Long Chen is a bit embarrassed. He doesn't want little crane to see the cruelty of the world. "My mother said that the colorful crane family also has its own mission. My mother agreed me to go out and have a look at the outside world," little crane said. Looking at little crane's pretty face, full of serious appearance, he knew that little crane would not lie. "Well, in that case, my brother will take you out for a few days." Long Chen laughs and carries little crane on his back. In the laughter of little crane, Kunpeng's wings across the sky. A smile appears on the corner of his mouth. The third master of the dragon has come back. "You guys of Ming Haoyan, just shake heartily." www.novelhold.com the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4389. Brother Longchen, you look great in your new robe. Let little Crane comb your hair. Will you? Little Crane saw that Longchen took off his old robe and put on a new one. He was brave and handsome, and his big eyes were full of joy. Longchen's robes are all made by lovers themselves. Longchen cherishes them very much. When fighting fiercely, he will change them as long as he has time, for fear that they will be broken. But sometimes, the battle comes too suddenly, and there is no time to change clothes, so there are many damaged places on the clothes. Moreover, after a long time, it seems to be a little old. This time, Longchen changed his new clothes in order to change his mood and return to Lingxiao Academy. He has to pick up his clothes. Can you comb your hair? Longchen was stunned. Of course. Come on, I'll give you a try. With a smile and words, little Crane lets Longchen sit down, unties Longchen's hairband, and combs it carefully. The action seems to be a bit like a model. Brother Longchen, I tell you that when I was a little younger, my mother often combed my hair when I was just able to transform into a human form. I learned all about it. Little Crane is very confident. This. Hearing Little Crane's words, Longchen's heart suddenly cools. A very bad premonition rises from his heart. However, seeing that Little Crane was in high spirits, Longchen couldn't refuse. At last, he gritted his teeth and closed his eyes. Little Crane clapped his hands excitedly, ran to the front of Longchen and looked at his artwork. His big eyes were full of pride. Longchen looked in the mirror and almost didn't cry. His long black hair was braided into a pile of braids. If it's just a pile of thin braids, it's okay. On the head, there are 2 sheep horn braids. This is only for girls, and it's only suitable for short hair. But Longchen's hair, thick and hard, 2 feet long sheep horn braids, really like 2 sheep horns, standing there, looking at the appearance in the mirror, Longchen almost didn't cry out, "This shape can go out to see people? Don't you laugh to death?" What? Brother Longchen, don't you like it? Seeing that Longchen's face was different, the excited smile on Xiaohere's face gradually disappeared, and he suddenly became a little at a loss. Seeing Little Crane like this, Longchen quickly forced out a smile, which was more ugly than crying. It's okay, it's okay. When I was very young, I also took care of my hair in this way. This hairstyle makes me want to go back to my childhood. What else can I say? Longchen's heart is bitter, but he doesn't want to let Little Crane down, so he has to accept it. Little Crane is innocent. He thinks that what Longchen says is true. He smiles and is very proud in his eyes. He is obviously very satisfied with his craftsmanship. Longchen has no choice but to smile and pull Little Crane to the distance. Longchen's heart is fluke. Fortunately, it's out of Lingxiao Academy that Little Crane is tossed about. Otherwise, Longchen really doesn't have the courage to come out and meet people. Brother Longchen, your braids are very powerful. You are much taller. Small Crane's son looking at Longchen, suddenly envy away. Longchen was speechless for a while. If he didn't know that Little Crane was innocent, he would think that Little Crane was laughing at him. Then he'll help you braid your hair like this too. An evil thought came out of Longchen's heart. As like as 2 peas, thank you, Brother Longbrother. Our pigtails are exactly the same. Small Crane's son says words, so sit on the leg of Longchen, let Longchen help her braid. At that moment, Longchen regretted that he shouldn't treat Little Crane like this, but he couldn't tell Little Crane that such braids were not good looking, which would hurt Little Crane. In the end, Longchen can only help Xiaohere braid his hair. Longchen, an old man, is not as good as Xiaohere in doing this kind of meticulous work. After a long time of hard work, he can be regarded as careless. But Little Crane took the mirror and looked at his smiling face with a satisfied look in his big eyes. After Longchen finished weaving, he found that the essence of beautiful things is beautiful. No matter how hard it is, it can't change its beauty. With such a hairstyle, Little Crane looks more and more lively and beautiful, quiet and playful. Especially when he smiles at Longchen, he feels his heart melts. As like as 2 peas, the little man looked at the big dust in the mirror, and looked at a big head, a small head and a hairstyle. The two men suddenly looked at each other and laughed. At that moment, Long Chin didn't feel how ugly his hairstyle was. Instead, he thought it was very interesting. He changed his hairstyle, as if his mood had changed, as if he had become the heartless and unrestrained young Long Chin. "Brother Long Chin, let's go." The little guy is holding Long Chen's hand. Her pretty face is full of excitement. She can't wait. "Go, let the people of this world see the invincible hairstyle of Third Master Long." Long Chen laughs and goes straight to the ancient city in front of him with two braided horns. As soon as they got close to the ancient city, they saw creatures wearing all kinds of clothes, with all kinds of strange hairstyles and all kinds of strange signs. It's beyond the boundary of Lingxiao Academy. Within the boundary of Lingxiao Academy, it's not allowed for the strong of other races to get close to it. But beyond the boundary, even Long Chin is dazzled. Long Chin saw that some people were skinny, but they were carrying a giant bigger than their bodies. Some people were hairy, but they were dragging a snake-like tail. There is a beautiful woman with 4 arms. She also sees a ball rolling by her side. To Long Chen's surprise, the ball is actually a living creature's armor. On the armor, there are tentacles, pushing the ball forward slowly. Wow, it's fun! When he saw the spherical creature, he opened his eyes wide. Buzz, as soon as the ball was rolling past them, he heard little cranes cry. On the ball, the runes suddenly surged and 2 fierce eyes suddenly appeared. Little Crane was scared and hid behind Long Chin. She didn't expect that the ball, which looked so cute, was so fierce, and her eyes were very frightening. Humble people, shut your mouth, just like your character, disgusting. The ball cheered coldly. As Long Chun frowns, these creatures are so arrogant in the Terran territory, openly insulting the Terran. Who is used to them? Come here for a second. Long Chun pointed to the ball. Boy, do you want to die? In the face of Long Chen's provocation, the voice of the orb becomes cold and fierce, and at the same time, the fury is released. It turns out to be a heavenly strongman. Who, the moment he released his breath, he ran into Long Chin and Zahir. Boom, a bang, the spherical creature issued a scream. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4390, What are you doing? Let go of Meth spherical creature cried out in horror. His body was trampled on the ground by Long Chen. With the crushing of Long Chen's big feet, his body was constantly deformed and seemed to be trampled on at any time. How dare a little god be arrogant in front of you? Who gave you so much courage? Long Chen stepped on the ball with his feet and kept crushing it. The ball was full of cultivation, but he couldn't show it in front of the absolute power of Long Chen. Don't step on it. I'll take it. Please forgive me. Can't you be my grandfather? Don't step on it. If you step on it again, it will explode. The ball was trampled out of shape and begged. You scared my sister. Apologize to my sister. Longshin cold tunnel. I'm sorry, little sister. I'm not good enough to scare you. I'm ignorant. I'm damned. I apologize to you. Please forgive me. The ball creature cried. It never dreamed that the boy, who only looked at the king of the world, had such terrible strength. He had to be crushed. If you knew that, it would not dare to provoke you even if it was killed. Now it's okay, life is in other people's hands. It's called, every day should not be, and, the earth is not working. The most terrible thing is that he was alone, not even the people around him, not even a person to ask for help. I don't accept your apology. I think you are so cute, but you are so fierce. It's unacceptable for me to hurt Brother Longchen with words. The small crane's son Du wears mouth way, obviously still very angry. She was angry not because the spherical creature scolded her, but because it humiliated the human race. Little Crane was not a human race, but it was like scolding Longchen, which she could not accept. Two ancestors, I'm wrong. I have no eyes. I shouldn't offend you. Please don't kill me. I can do anything. The creature begged. It is really afraid. The power of dragon dust is so terrible that it can't imagine. It has thought of countless ways of counterattack, but none of them has the possibility of success. Give you a chance, as long as you can make my sister happy, I will never die around you. If you can't, you'd better be at ease to reincarnate. Dragon dust big feet, take back from that spherical creature. The ball was overjoyed when it was about to run away. Suddenly, it let out a shrill scream. What an idiot! If you want to escape, if you have this idea again, go to die. Longchen sneers. The spherical creature was terrified to find that Longchen had imprinted his soul on it silently. What he thought in his head could not escape the induction of Longchen. As long as Longchen had an idea, he would die. In this way, the spherical creature, immediately honest, rolled all the way to the little crane and made various expressions on his body to please him. After all, little crane is not very involved in the world. He was amused by the actions of the spherical creature. When he was happy, he let out a long sigh of relief and tried his best to please little crane. In the laughter of little crane's silver bell, the spherical creature lifted him up. In the scream of little crane, the spherical creature rolled back and forth with little crane. It was very fast but steady. The little crane cried out in surprise. It was funny. The spherical creature rolled a big circle with little crane and came back. Then he looked at Longchen pitifully, which means, "Are you satisfied? Well, your life is saved. After playing with my sister for a few days, I'll let you go." How can Longchen not understand his meaning? Thank you, thank you. The ball was overjoyed when he was born. His life was saved. It was better than anything. Brother Longchen, if you don't want to let it go, I won't be angry with it. Seeing that the spherical creature was a little pitiful, the little guy's kindness overflowed, and he forgot his hateful side just now. Thank you very much, thank you very much. When he was born, he was very grateful to little crane. Longchen came here on purpose, and the sound lengthened. He had a cold war when he was born, but he reacted quickly and said in a hurry, "I really thank you, but it's my honor, my blessing and God's grace to play with you. I implore you, don't let me leave you so early. I will be sad, I will regret and blame myself." All right, that's it. Longchen quickly interrupts the sensationalism of the spherical creature. Hearing this, Longchen's scalp is numb and his goosebumps are all up. If the spherical creature, it is estimated that it can only cheat the pure little crane. The little crane actually takes it seriously and is not happy. The spherical creature just rolls around with her and has a good time. As long as he is happy, Longchen will be relieved. When Longchen and his wife are close to the city, there are more and more creatures, but there are few human beings. The whole ancient city has almost become the world of the alien race. Many people here bow to the alien race and show respect to them. Some people call them warmly, but they will get the other side's merciless abuse. But these people don't care. They greet other strong people of different races again. These people either sell some of their specialties to each other, or beg each other to take them away. There are still some people who are shamelessly begging and entangled, and sometimes they are beaten. Seeing this scene, Longchen can't help shaking his head. Although the city was not prosperous before, it is adjacent to Lingshao Academy, which is also a medium-sized ancient city with profound historical heritage. Longchen once came here. At that time, there was a lot of traffic inside and outside the city. It was very busy. On the long street, there were lots of shops, and there was an endless stream of strong people in the past. But now, there are strong people of different races everywhere. It seems that the whole city has changed its owner. The sense of strangeness and loss makes Longchen feel a little unacceptable for a while, and a sense of vicissitudes. Little Crane was laughing. Suddenly he saw Longchen's expression. He could not help but put away his smile, took Longchen's hand and said softly, "Brother Longchen, what's the matter? Are you unhappy?" "No, it's just that I haven't come out to play for a long time. I feel a little uncomfortable." Longchen shakes his head and takes a deep breath. He sends out his complicated emotions and pulls Little Crane to the center of the city. At the main road in the center of the city, there are more and more powerful people. The shops along the street are all operated by the people, and there is an endless stream of peddling. There are many strong people in the alien world here. They are very interested in some things of the Terran. The scene is very lively. Little Crane has never seen a lot of things. Everything is fresh, so he pulls Longchin to the crowd. As a result, they just entered the gate of a shop, and a strong wind came to their faces, followed by a roar, "Darn Terran, how dare you offend the great Yuzu?" Who, then a figure, like a meteor, flew out and went straight to Longchin and Zahir, which made Zahir scream. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4391. Who? In the scream, Little Crane's body retreated rapidly. It was not that she was really retreating, but that the spherical creature under its feet took it backward, so that she would not be hurt. At the beginning, the spherical creature was extremely disgusted with being someone else's pet, but soon he found that there was a strange smell on Little Crane, which could make the bottleneck that had not moved for many years loose. It is also smart to find that every time he is happy, he will be covered with colorful fairy fog, which will speed up the loosening of his bottleneck. At that moment, he didn't feel disgusted anymore, but was pleasantly surprised, so he tried his best to make Little Crane happy. So when someone comes, it's the first to step back and protect Little Crane, because it has seen that Little Crane doesn't seem to have any lethality. As for Longchin, it doesn't care. Who, in the exclamation of countless people, the figure with the roaring wind bumps into Longchin. People think that Longchin will be hit with broken bones and tendons, or even be directly hit to death. As soon as Longchin stretched out his big hand, he caught the man lightly. The man who was thrown out was also a practitioner in the early days of the King of the World. At this time, he was pale and obviously scared to death. In the shop, there are several strong men with wings behind them. They have strong chi and blood. They are from the monster family. Thank you for your help. That person at this time just reaction come over, hasten to Longchin thanks. Boy, you want to medal, don't you? One of the strong you people, looking at Longchin, cheered coldly with cold in his eyes. I'm sorry. It's all a misunderstanding. Please calm down. I'm here to compensate you. He's a newcomer. He doesn't understand the rules and has offended some respectable guests. Please forgive me. Zhang Chao, if he doesn't come here, I'll apologize to some of them. If they didn't show mercy, you would have died long ago. At this time, a half-step immortal strong man came out of the shop and nodded an apology to the strong men. In the past, it would be amazing to see a half-step immortal strong man in Minghaoyan. But now, with the chaos coming, countless people have a chance. Many hidden old monsters have caught up with this opportunity and advanced half-step immortal. However, even in Nirvana, the half-step immortal strongman is nothing. Today, with the opening of the 18 worlds, the half-step immortal strongman is as numerous as the sand of the Ganges. Therefore, the old man did not dare to despise others because of his own realm. He bowed all the time in the face of the strong king of the Yu nationality. At this time, he looked at the man named Zhang Chao in front of Longchin with a straight face and was winking at him all the time. Obviously, the old man is very smart. He doesn't want to offend these strong badminton people. At the same time, he also knows that Zhang Chao has been wronged. But I hope he can swallow his breath and let it go. After all, there are many creatures that they can't provoke. The man, Zhang Chao, seemed very young and could not understand the old man's eyes. When he heard that he was asked to apologize, he immediately trembled with anger. They're just scamps. How can you take pills first and buy them later? Now that he's taken pills, it's all right if he doesn't pay. But he still says that what we sell is fake medicine, and we have to apologize to him. It's too deceiving. Even if I, Zhang Chao, die, I won't apologize to these animals. Zhang Chaos' voice was filled with tears. It was obvious that he had been greatly wronged. At this time, he finally broke out, but the boss face changed. Zhang Chaos Beast was taboo. Son of a bitch, you dare to talk back. I'll teach you a lesson. The half-step immortal strong man was very angry. He rushed to Zhang Chao and was about to make a move. However, when he made a move, the strong man of the Yu clan took the lead. You don't have to teach me, let me. The strong man of the Yu nationality snorts coldly. Suddenly, his wings tremble behind him, his claws break through the air, and he goes straight to Zhang Chaos' throat to catch him. With his hand, his powerful qi and blood burst out, and his intention to kill him exploded. Obviously, he wanted to kill Zhang Chao with one blow. The strong one of the Yuzu is very powerful, and Zhang Chao is just a shop assistant. Although he has reached the realm of Jiawang, he has just caught up with the good times, and his strength is very general. The moment that the strong badminton shot, he was shocked to find that he was locked, and then his body could not move. Bang! Just when everyone thought that Zhang Chao would die, a big hand seized the claw of the strong badminton, and the terrible qi attached to the claw of the strong badminton disappeared in an instant. At that moment, everyone was surprised. They looked at the young man with a black robe and a strange hairstyle on his head. They didn't expect that he was a master who could not hide. "I want to die." The strong man of the Yu nationality was surprised and angry. His claw was hurt by Longchen. He tried to shake Longchen's hand several times, but he couldn't get rid of it. Click. Longchen's big hand was bent, and a scream sounded. The claws of the strong Yuzu were abruptly broken by Longchen. Asshole! Several other strong Yuzu people were furious and rushed up one after another. "Why kill a chicken with an ox knife? Master, let me do it." At this time, the spherical creature took the initiative to fight. Click, click, click. At this time, the sound of bone crack that made people numb and numb sounded. People didn't see Longchen's action clearly. The hands and feet of several strong Yuzu who rushed up were all broken by Longchen, and there was an endless stream of screams. "It's over, it's over." The owner of the shop, that is, the half-step immortal and strong man, turned pale. This incident happened in his shop, and it seems that it has nothing to do with it. Pack up and break up. The half-step immortal strongman sighed and left, while the others in the shop were scared to death. Looking at the strong men lying on the ground howling, they didn't know what to do for a moment. "You're cruel enough. If you have seed, you'll kill us. Otherwise, even if the Yuzu pursues the ends of the earth, they will destroy your clan and kill none of them." The leader of the strong badminton, gnashing his teeth. "It's boring to kill you. If we want to play, well, play bigger. You go back and gather people, and I'll wait for you here." Longchen Light Tunnel. In the face of their threat, Longchen can't even feel angry. Threatened by a monkey, you may be angry, but who will be serious with an ant? "Dare you let us go?" The eyes of a strong badminton are bright and hum coldly. "You still play with me? It's stupid. Originally I wanted to let you go like this. Since you are so smart, I will give you some rewards." Chi-chi. In the people's exclamation, as well as the scream of those strong badminton, Longchen abruptly tore off their wings, and the blood instantly dyed the whole shop red. "Go back and gather people. I'll give you an hour. If you don't come, don't blame me for not giving you a chance. Go away." With that, Longchen kicks the strong ones out one by one. The strong ones, with a look of resentment, lose their wings. They are equal to being abandoned. This is a great shame. They disappear in a flash. When they disappeared, the whole street, countless shops, directly closed the door. At that moment, the whole city was in a panic. "Damn Terran, dare to bully my Yuzu." Dragon dust pull little crane just out of the shop. There is a strong kill, followed by a meteor-like general figure rush dragon dust. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4392, He is the King of the Supreme World. Some people exclaimed that with the breath of that person, they felt the strength of that person. Before, those strong badminton people were just ordinary super strong people, and this person was much stronger than them. Moreover, the man was very confident. When he heard the news, he directly killed him and rushed to Longchen. Click. Oh. Just when people thought that they were going to have a fight, people's eyes were dazzled, and then they heard the scream of the strong badminton. All his hands and feet were broken. Chi-chi, then, the blood light splashed, and the wings of the strong badminton were torn down and kicked off by Longchen. When people come back to their senses, Longchen, with a pair of bloody wings in his hand, coldly looks at the strong man of the feather race and says, "Go away and get the strongest guy in your family." Dragon dust finish saying, the flame in the hand emerge, that pair of sun wings are ignited in a flash, turn into smoke and dust. So cruel, some people secretly exclaim that the wings of the strong badminton are not only the symbol of their identity, but also the place where their lifelong strength is concentrated. Long Chen tears off his wings and destroys them, which is tantamount to crippling the bipolar supreme, causing great harm and even greater humiliation. You wait for me. The bipolar supremacy of the unationality was extremely sad. He had never been humiliated so much in his life, so he ran away. Little Crane, I didn't scare you. Long Chen looks at the little crane beside him and says in a soft voice that he tries to use his body to block the little crane's sight and prevent her from seeing the bloody scene. However, he still feels a little guilty. Fighting in front of the little crane always feels very bad. No, they are all bad people. Little Crane doesn't like them. If they are close to me, I will feel uncomfortable. Little Crane shook his head. Little Crane is an auspicious animal. She doesn't like to kill or fight. In the outside world, which is full of filthy air, her colorful splendor has disappeared. In fact, Shenhui is not disappeared, but hidden in the body of Little Crane. She is not willing to use her own power to purify the dirty world. She also knew that with her own strength, she could not purify the world, so she did nothing but watched quietly. Long Chen looked at Little Crane's big black and white eyes. His face showed a touch of unbearable color. He couldn't help but said, "Today we have almost played, let's go back first." Long Chen really can't bear to let Little Crane's black and white eyes be stained with blood, which will make him feel extremely guilty. No, my mother said, let me have a look at the world more, so that I can know what is right and wrong, what is good and evil. Nyang also said that only with her own eyes can we judge whether the world is beautiful or ugly. Small Crane's son quickly pulls Long Chen road. Hearing what Little Crane said, Long Chen's heart moved. This kind of words can't be said by Little Crane. Does Little Crane's parents deliberately let him take Little Crane out? But looking at Zahir's innocent face, Long Chen hopes that her sight will be full of beautiful things. Brother Long Chen, please, don't drive me away, okay? Little Crane is good. He'll listen to my brother for everything. Small Crane's son pulls Long Chen's big hand, implore away. Small Crane's son still thinks, oneself where do not do well, provoke Long Chen angry, that clever appearance, let a person feel distressed. Long Chen, holding Little Crane in her arms, gently kisses her on her bright and clean forehead and says in a soft voice, "How can my brother drive you away? As long as you don't want to leave your brother, he will always be with you. Brother Long Chen, it's very kind of you." Seeing that Long Chen doesn't send her back, Little Crane is very happy. He puts his hand around Long Chen's neck and kisses him on the face, which makes Long Chen laugh. I don't know when I'm dying. It's stupid. Give that little girl over. You're going to die anyway. Don't bother the little girl. Suddenly someone sneered in the distance. Then came a group of people, a total of 7 people, led by a body covered with scales, behind the tail of the strong. These people are full of chi and blood and full of evil chi. It seems that they should be the strong ones of Warcraft. Warcraft, in 9 days, has always been a lower life, even if it is heaven-level Warcraft, are unable to shape. However, this does not mean that Warcraft is really a lower creature. When the door of the world is opened and the powerful Warcraft has set foot for 9 days, people finally realize that it is not that the Warcraft family is not strong, but that they have not met the Warcraft of pure blood. The pure blood of Warcraft, like other demons, has a terrible strength and inheritance, and the strong of Warcraft is more irritable, will work hard, so few people are willing to provoke them. Triple supremacy, someone exclaimed and recognized that the leader of the Warcraft clan was a powerful trio. No wonder he dared to provoke the dragon dust. The triple supremacy of Warcraft is more powerful than the triple supremacy of Terran. They have been growing up in the place with plenty of chaotic chi since childhood, and have unique advantages in practice. As soon as the trio appeared, the terrible momentum made countless strong people dare not breathe. You are the one who will die. My brother Long Chen will never die. See someone say Long Chen want to die, the little girl is not happy, made a face to those people. Hearing that he will never die, Long Chen is happy. This little guy is so cute. There is a ferocious smile on his face. Little girl, although I don't know what your origin is, I know that I will get great benefits if I eat you. The three most powerful of the Warcraft clan spoke with 2 rows of sharp teeth in his mouth. He looked like a sawtooth. He was so terrible that he hid behind Longchen. You have good teeth. Longchen looked at the man's sharp teeth and nodded. The trio of the Warcraft clan didn't know what Longchen nodded. He thought Longchen was afraid of him, praised him and flattered him. As a result, the smile on his face was even more contemptuous. He waved his hand and motioned several men to come and grab people. His subordinates are all bipolar, and their chi and blood are amazing. The moment they make a move, the vision behind them opens up, and the bloody giant appears in the vision. These bipolar supremacies know the power of Longchen, and they directly summon visions when they make a move. Moreover, 6 people make a move at the same time, which doesn't give Longchen any room to fight back. They want to kill Longchen and snatch Xia here, and they want to make a move before the arrival of the strong badminton. Buzz, Longchen's big hand is open, and a colorful aegis is stretched out in front of him. When those bipolar supremacy attack, the moment when they hit the colorful aegis. Puff, puff, puff. The 6 figures were smashed and killed without a hum. The most powerful man in the world of Warcraft changed his face. Suddenly he turned around and wanted to escape. At this time, Longchen grabbed his tail and threw it to the ground. I told you you have good teeth. Boom, the trio of the Warcraft clan was thrown to the ground by Longchen. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4393 Longchen catches up with the trio of the Warcraft clan and falls to the ground like a toad. On the Earth, a thunder platform emerged to protect the Earth, and the trio of the Warcraft clan hit the thunder platform so hard. A crisp sound that Warcraft clan's 3 extreme supremacy unexpectedly fell by Longchen to change shape. The whole body suddenly flattened. He can no longer maintain human nature, incarnation of a long bloody crocodile, dragon dust. This fall its scales burst, has passed out. People are stunned. The 3 most powerful of the Warcraft clan, in front of the dragon dust, still not enough to see, was directly knocked unconscious. Longchen takes a special look at Xiao here and finds that there is no unbearable color in her eyes. Instead, she is excited. In this way, Longchen is relieved. Take out a pair of pliers, break open the big mouth of the bloody crocodile, clamp a crocodile tooth and pull it out. A crocodile tooth fell in response, and then the strong man in a coma gave a shrill scream. Shut up! The dragon dust slaps on its head with a bang, and the bloody crocodile suddenly faints again. Chi. Longchen's hands were up and down, and his movements were skillful. He soon pulled out the crocodile's 72 teeth. The bloody crocodile convulsed with pain, but he could not make a sound. 72 teeth are in hand. Surprisingly, the bloody crocodile is hideous and ugly, but its teeth are triangular, crystal clear, like jade. The runes flow inside, as if there are colors flowing. It's very beautiful. Longchen took out a needle, drilled the teeth, reduced the teeth to the size of a nail, and made a necklace. Wow, how beautiful! When he saw the necklace, he couldn't help but get excited. His big eyes were full of joy. Little crane, it's made of its teeth. Are you afraid? Longchen asked with a smile. I'm not afraid. I don't know how many people it will hurt. If you stay with me, it can't bite others. But brother Longchen, do you really want to give me such a beautiful necklace? Little crane is a little nervous. See, small crane son is not taboo this. Longchen haha smile. So will the necklace hang on small crane son's neck. When the necklace is hung on little crane's neck, the faint divine light flows and reflects her beautiful cheek, just like a fairy in a dream world. Her long eyelashes shake and her black and white eyes are full of joy and excitement. Little crane is so beautiful. When you grow up, you will be very beautiful. Longchen looks at little crane, and his face is full of spoiling color. When I grow up, I will marry brother Longchen. Little crane said with a smile. Mom, with your Shoyuan, when you grow up, Brother Longchen doesn't know if he has gone to Earth. But Tong Yanwuji, perhaps in the heart of Little Crane, doesn't know what it means to get married. Seeing that Long Chen and Xiao He were standing beside the bloody crocodile, talking and laughing, they didn't seem to pay attention to anyone. The strong men on the scene felt numb. The Terran had such a terrifying and domineering existence that they didn't pay attention to anyone. In front of them, they broke the limbs of the strong Yuzu and tore off their wings. Now they beat the 3 most powerful people of Warcraft half to death and pulled out their teeth one by one to make necklaces. This is absolutely a cruel man. In this city, there are countless strong people of different races. Seeing that Longchen is so arrogant, many people are eager to try. However, when Longchen takes down the 3 most powerful people of Warcraft, their faces change, their eyes are full of horror, and their hearts are ready to move. They are killed all at once. Boom! At this time, the heaven and earth trembled, the air waves rolled, and the terrible pressure quickly spread to the whole ancient city, followed by countless figures. It's the strong one of the Yuzu. My God, there are so many trios. There are not only the 3 supremacies, but also the half-step immortal strong. No, that is not half-step immortal, but the real immortal strong. When those figures appeared, the strong people on the scene, whether human or alien, were surprised. There are tens of thousands of strong badminton people, most of them are the king of the world. They are all the elites of the king of the world. There are more than 10 people in the 3 extreme supremacy, and there are dozens of people who are immortal in half a step. Among them, an old man is a real immortal. The strength of the Yuzu is terrible. It's no wonder that so many strong people have been summoned so soon. No one else is willing to provoke them. The feather people are famous for being unreasonable, arrogant, and domineering. On the one hand, they are powerful. On the other hand, there are too many of them. They are full of people everywhere. They can call up tens of thousands of troops at any command. When the Yuzu army arrived, all the strong people in the whole ancient city ran out, and the ancient city turned into an empty city in an instant. Everyone was afraid of being affected. The Terran boy is finished. Innumerable alien strongmen began to gloat. I'm afraid it's not just this kid who's going to die. The anger of the Yuzu will involve other people. I'm afraid they can't calm down their anger just by killing this man. It's interesting. There are strong people of different races. Looking at those strong people with frightened faces, they show gloomy smiles one by one. Some strong people of the human race realized that it was not good and wanted to escape quietly. Suddenly, countless strong people of different races appeared and blocked their way. Look at it honestly, you Terrans are in trouble, and all of you need to bear the responsibility. A strong alien sneers. You! The Terran strongmen are both surprised and angry. Is this going to affect the 9 races? However, there are so many strong people of different races that they dare not resist. Not afraid? Longchen looks at Small Crane's son, soft voice way. A little afraid, but I know that Brother Longchen will protect me and beat the bad guys away. Little Crane was obviously a little nervous, but his tone was firm and authentic. If I killed them, would you not like Brother Longchen? Longchen asks tentatively. Of course not. I know that Brother Longchen killed bad people. Only by killing bad people can good people not be hurt. Little Crane said. Longchen is stunned. It seems that Little Crane knows more than he imagined. Is this all taught by her parents? Ball, Longchen looked at the ball Shangling Deo. The name of Ball was given by Little Crane. I'm here, master. The creature was in a hurry. Protect my sister later. Longchen rode. Master, don't worry. Even if I die, I will protect my little master. The ball of life is a real promise. At this time, the strong of the Yu nationality surrounded the whole ancient city. The immortal strong of the leaders stared at the dragon dust in the city and asked some people nearby, "That's him?" Those people, no one else, were just some Yuzu Tianjiao who were interrupted by Longchen and tore off their wings. Those Tianjiao nodded with endless resentment in their eyes. Yufeng, go and kill him. Don't hurt the little girl next to him. She's weird. Maybe it's useful. The immortal strong man said to a strong man full of pride. Buzz, the feather family Tianjiao, who is called Yufeng, trembles behind his wings and suddenly disappears. The space in front of Longchen is distorted. A sharp claw comes out of the space and takes Longchen's throat. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4394, The Power of Space? When the strong man called Yufeng took the hand, people were shocked that Yufeng could still control the power of space. A ripple appeared in front of Longchen. In the ripple, a sharp claw directly took Longchen's throat. The speed was incomparable. Almost as soon as he took the hand, the claw touched Longchen's throat. But what shocked everyone was that Longchen didn't pay attention to the claw at all, and grabbed it with his big hand behind him. Boom! With a bang, the void breaks. The ripples in front of Longchen's eyes disappear. Longchen's big hand grabs a paw from the void behind. What? People are shocked. The attack before the emotion is just to confuse people. The real killing move is behind Longchen, but Longchen sees it through. Come out. Dragon dust a break to drink, big hand dint of effort, pull that feather breeze abruptly from the void. That feather breeze a cold hum, big mouth open, a blood color sharp blade straight take Longchen's eyebrow. That sharp blade is not a magic power, but a real sharp blade, sharp and compelling. Longchen, with a slant head, avoided the blow by a millimeter. The bloody blade went through the void and directly penetrated a big hole in the wall. People were shocked. Yufeng's attack was strange and unpredictable, and Longchen's escape was also wonderful. No one could make such a quick response at such a close distance, which was completely based on instinct. Feather wind hit not, wings tremble, like two long knives close to the dragon dust's head. It's my turn. Dragon dust cold hum, suddenly one hand force, feather wind is pulled by a powerful force, hard fall to the earth. Buzz, on the earth, the thunder tower appeared again. With a bang, endless feathers were flying. Yufeng was hard hit on the earth by Longchen. This blow made the whole ancient city tremble and countless buildings cracked. This blow was 10 times more powerful than the previous one. Yufeng, who was still in high spirits before, was splashed with blood. The divine feather of both wings fell off, and he was in a mess like a chicken. However, this feather wind is really strong enough. It was thrown by Longchen, but it didn't faint. Suddenly, it glowed all over and expanded rapidly. No! At this time, the immortal and strong of the Unationality was shocked and angry. Their wings trembled and rushed to the dragon dust. Who? Dragon dust cold hum. Suddenly a big hand fell, feather wind like a meteor flew to the immortal strong. Boom! Just when the immortal strong man was about to catch Yufeng's body burst open, and the terrible qi and blood made the void collapse in a large area in an instant. People are silly. Yufeng is so strong. He even explodes when he is defeated by Longchen. He wants to kill Longchen. However, he is still too naive. His self-explosion did not bring any harm to Longchen. On the contrary, it blew the immortal strong man of the Unationality into blood. The strong man of the Unationality looked at the collapsed void, and his eyes were cold and murderous. Niufeng is his best posterity. He has never been defeated in his whole life. He is arrogant and arrogant. However, in the hands of Longchen he is frustrated and angry. He loses his mind and wants to die with Longchen. The immortal and strong man of the Feather Clan, though he did it for the first time, could not save his life. He was so angry that he trembled and roared like a beast, "Damn Terran, I want you to pay for Yufeng's life." The immortal and powerful of the Unationality roared, and the terrible pressure covered the whole ancient city. Everyone was trembling with fear. They had never seen the immortal and powerful, and they could not resist the terrible pressure of the immortal and powerful. It's really interesting. What kind of thing is he that needs to be paid for? You guys are spoiled by the Terrans. He thinks that he is a superior god and can easily decide the life and death of others. Unfortunately, Mr. Long is not used to your fault. Step on. With these words, in the dull face of countless strong people, Long Chin just stepped on the void and walked step by step towards the immortal strong people of the Feather Clan. Now the whole city is under the influence of the immortal and strong, and others are struggling to support it. However, Long Chin is not affected at all, and just goes step by step. Seeing that Long Chin ignored his authority and went up against the current, at that moment, the immortal and strong of the nationality suddenly felt a palpitation and couldn't help shouting angrily. "I'm too lazy to talk to a dying man. You just need to know that sometimes you need to be in awe of the human race. Otherwise, you will not be far away from death." Dragon Dust mouth with disdain of the color, so step by step to the immortal strength of the feather. With the distance of Longchen getting closer and closer, the feeling of palpitation of the immortal and strong of the nationality became stronger and stronger. Gradually, he felt his soul tremble, as if a god of death was coming towards him. "Damned Terran, put on airs, come with me and tear him to pieces." The great immortal roared. With his command, tens of thousands of strong badminton at the same time rushed to Longchen. "It's really insidious. Let a group of cannon fodder come to my bottom first?" Buzz, Dragon Dust sneers, big hands open, a snow-white lotus emerges, lotus holy as snow, it's cold as ice, it appears, the temperature of heaven and earth drops rapidly. But there is a flame rising on the lotus, which distorts the heaven and the earth and roars. When people see the flame lotus, everyone's soul vibrates. World-destroying fire lotus, hum. Dragon Dust a break to drink. The flame lotus in the hand quickly blooms, in an instant will rush to all his strong badminton devour. Boom boom boom. Tens of thousands of strong people were engulfed by the flames and turned into vermicelli one after another. Vermicelli floated in the void and burned. The ashes dispersed. There were no more people in the world. Tens of thousands of strong people disappear in an instant. People feel that when they are in a dream, everything seems so unreal. What are you looking at? If you don't do it again, you won't even have a chance to do it. Dragon Dust step by step to the immortal and strong of the feather, cold tunnel. From the beginning to the end, Long Chen didn't stop his pace. It was like driving away a group of annoying flies to kill those strong badminton. His pace has never changed. At that moment, the immortal and strong of the nationality was shocked and angry. He finally realized that the guy in front of him must be a trap for dealing with the nationality. "Did I fight with you?" The immortal strong man of the feather nationality roared, and his vision behind him broke out. He held an immortal spear and stabbed it at Longchen. One shot is to strike with all one's strength and take out the magic weapon. Obviously, the immortal and strong man began to work hard. A shocking scene appeared. The big hand of Long Chin grabbed the tip of the long gun. The full force of the immortal and powerful badminton was blocked. At that moment, there was a dead silence between heaven and earth. "You are the weakest immortal I have ever seen." Long Chin looks at the strong man of the nationality and shakes his head. Suddenly, his big hand pushes forward. Poof! The barrel of the gun suddenly penetrated the chest of the immortal and strong man of the nationality, and the immortal blood fell into the sky. All the creatures who saw this scene in the ancient city opened their mouths. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4395, A Blow to the Immortal? Those who are strong on the scene, whether they are human or alien, will be shocked to drop their chin. That's a real immortal strong man. In front of Longchen, he is so vulnerable. People look at Longchen with fear in their eyes. They were shocked. In fact, Longchen was somewhat unexpected. He sensed that this man was very weak. At first, Longchen thought that he was pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger. Until the moment of his hand, Longchen understood that he was not a pig, but really a pig. This man has the breath of immortality and strength, but the breath is vain and cannot be condensed. According to Long Chen's estimation, he must have used some method to break through immortality. Although he is an immortal strong man, in terms of real combat power, he is equal to the half-step immortal strong man in the wilderness or no man's world. and even some half-step immortal strong men are better than him. This is a paper tiger. It looks frightening. It's no wonder he's just releasing his breath. He wanted to scare the dragon dust away. If it's someone else, he will succeed. Unfortunately, Long Chen doesn't take it at all. Let alone he is a semi-immortal strong man. Even if he is a real immortal strong man, he won't pay attention to him. Don't kill me, or you won't be spared by the Yuzu. We Yuzu have 3 saints and tens of thousands of immortal and strong people. The immortal and strong man of the Yu nationality was pierced by the barrel of the gun. The force on the barrel of the gun was not released, which made him see a ray of life and hurry. Tens of thousands? What's the use of immortality like you? Longchen disdains the road. No, it's not like that. I'm limited by my talent and I can't break through immortality, so I ask the saints to upgrade by force. That's why I have the power of immortality, but I don't have the strength of immortality. But other people are not the same. They are all real immortal strong men, and each one is 100 times stronger than me. Now we haven't reached the point of not dying endlessly. As long as you let me go, this matter will be over. We Yuzu will let bygones be bygones and we can be friends. The immortal and strong way of the Yuzu. As he said more and more, he seemed to be more and more confident, and his previous panic gradually disappeared. Instead, he was calm, as if everything was under control. Hearing such an explanation from the Yu strongman, people suddenly realized that no wonder Longchen can defeat the immortal strongman. The immortal strongman of emotion is a fake. To be friends? Do you also match the badminton? I ask you, are there any other strong people coming? Longchen asked. Yes, there are many more. Hearing Longchen's question, the immortal and strong of the Yu nationality didn't want to say it directly. Well, you're useless. The long gun in Longchen's hand suddenly trembles. No! The immortal and strong man of the Yu nationality cried out in horror. He concentrated all his strength and wanted to struggle. Poof! The immortal and strong of the Yu nationality are smashed. The strong badminton had never dreamed that he would die in a word. The original meaning of Longchen's question is that if there is no one around, let him use the secret method to ask other people for help. And the immortal and strong of the Yu nationality directly said that there were many people coming, so there was no need for Longchen to keep him. Although we all know that the immortal strong man of the Yu nationality is only a half-hanged son, it is still very shocking to see him killed. At the moment when Longchen's spear trembled, the power of qi and blood broke out and set off a boundless storm. The huge power blew his long hair. The sheep's horn braid broke open and a long hair fell naturally. When Longchen's long hair falls, countless Terran strongmen look at Longchen excitedly. He is the dean of Lingxiao Academy. My God, he's back. It's no wonder that the youngest dean in the history of Lingxiao Academy has come back. For a time, countless Terran strongmen exclaimed, they finally recognized the identity of Longchen. Before, Longchen had a small braid and 2 horns on his head. It was not a human costume at all. Many people thought that Longchen was familiar. For a moment, no one recognized him. But when Longchen's hairstyle recovered, someone suddenly called out his name. You know, when Longchen left Minghao Tian, he was famous, and few people didn't know. After all, Jutian is so big that some people rise like comets and fall like meteors. But there are still many people recognize the dragon dust. At that moment, the strong people of the human race, all of a sudden boiling. Huolinger, do you remember all the guys who stopped the Terrans from leaving just now? Longchen asked. Buzz, the flame beside Longchen trembles, and the figure of Huolinger emerges in the flame. She says with a smile, it's all locked. You know what to do. Longchen smiles. Huolinger also smiles, her jade hands seal. At that moment, inside and outside the ancient city, countless aliens strong face big change. Longchen, this is to settle accounts with them. Hoo-hoo. Countless strong people are flying away in all directions. As soon as their bodies moved, the fire wrapped them up. In a moment, countless people became firemen. The shrill screams came one after another. No matter how they struggled, it was useless. Even if it is the three most powerful, at most it is just a few more breaths, and then it is burned to ashes. During this period, some people knelt down to beg for mercy, but Long Chen's face was always cold and didn't look at them. When you stop others and don't let them run for their lives, you are arrogant and domineering. When you seal others' way of life, you also seal your own way. Your life is no more noble than anyone else. If you can watch others die in pain with a smile, you should also face your own death with a smile. The voice of dragon dust reverberates between heaven and earth, cold, without any emotion or pity, because they never had any pity when they bullied and slaughtered the human race. The hundreds of thousands of strong people who participated in blocking the Terran race before were secretly remembered by Huolinger and secretly locked. No one was wronged. Soon, all these hundreds of thousands of strong people were burned alive. When the heaven and earth return to silence, the shrill screams still reverberate in the ears of countless creatures. They tremble all over with fear, their faces are pale, and their eyes are full of fear. Cruel, too cruel, this is the real cruel people, they have never seen such a fierce Terran strongman. After killing these people, Long Chen stood in the void and waited for a full hour. Finally, Long Chen could not help but scold, "The old tortoise lied to me, there was no one, wasting my time." Long Chen goes to Xiao here and holds him by the hand. The ball follows them quickly and enters the transmission array. The three figures disappear. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4396. The three of them left by the teleportation array. The strong people in the ancient city still dare not move, especially the strong people of other races. Many of them have sweated through their heavy clothes, and even some of them have a bad smell. You don't need to know that something bad is coming out. The strong Terrans are very excited. It's near Lingxiao Academy. The strong Terrans dare not go too far, but they often bully the Terrans here. Today, Long Chen is coming to kill the strong continuously, with fierce means and strong attitude. Is that the statement of Lingxiao Academy? If so, I'm afraid Ming Haoyan will set off a huge wave. The return of dragon dust may also indicate something. The alien strongmen on the scene were so scared that they left. Some people even did not dare to take the teleportation array. They were afraid to drive to the place where Longchen was. With the return of Dean Longchen, the sky of Ming Hao may really change. There are strong people in the Terran. Oh, look at you guys. How arrogant can you be? Although Longchen left Ming Haoyan for several years, Ming Haoyan also had countless arrogance, but this arrogance was far from Longchen at that time. At the time of the rise of Longchen, Tianjiao of the same generation in front of Longchen was the light of the firefly and the bright moon. All Tianjiao was eclipsed by his own light. Those strong people of other races, after learning the name and origin of Longchen, leave one after another. They want to report what happened here to their elders as soon as possible. Buzz, the teleportation array lights up. Longchen takes Little Crane's hand and walks out of the teleportation array, followed by the ball. The place where dragon dust comes from is called Inue City. It is also a very famous super city in Ming Haoyan and the original venue of the Kyushu Convention. At the beginning of the Kyushu Conference, the owner of Inue City was killed. Now Inue City has changed its owner several times. This time, the door of the alien world is opened, and it becomes the fat in the eyes of the world. In Inue City, there are immortal strongmen from all over the world. Many forces have established their own bases here. Today's Inue City is extremely complicated and chaotic. The major forces are secretly wrestling with each other, trying to test and contain each other. In order to strive for greater interests, disputes occur from time to time. The scale of the whole Silver Moon City is 100 times larger than that of Longchen's last visit. It has become a busy trading center. The strong in every big world will occupy a piece of territory here and exchange what is unique in their own world for what they need. It's just that without a common currency, it's easy to have an accident when trading this kind of thing. The common currency of the Terran is the Spirit Stone. It used to be the common Spirit Stone, but now it is the chaotic spirit stone. Sometimes it can be used as the currency for settlement. But for the strong people in the alien world, some creatures do not need the spirit stone or the elixir, and what they need is extremely strange. In this way, when trading, it is easy to be unequal. Some people feel that they have suffered a great loss and have been cheated, and then they begin to go back and attack. In short, today's Inua city is extremely chaotic, and its strength is not strong. With treasure in its body, it is no different from death. Master, you have to be careful. It's chaotic here. There are so many experts. As a human, I'm afraid you will be embarrassed by others. Just out of the teleport, the ball reminds me in the back. The ball is carrying Little Crane. It takes care of Little Crane all the time. It keeps teasing her and making her happy. It seems that it really takes itself as a servant and does its duty. Embarrass me? That's a good feeling, so that I won't be embarrassed. Long Chen said with a smile. There are more bad people here than there were in that city just now. Just came to Silver Moon City, Small Crane's son frowned away. Zaya here is the embodiment of auspicious omen. When she came here, she felt a kind of miasma, which made her feel a little uncomfortable. Brother Longchen, Nyang said that there are 3 kinds of people in this world. Little Crane pulls the dragon dust road. Long Chen is stunned. Looking at his posture, Little Crane is going to teach him. Long Chen smiles, squats down and looks into Little Crane's eyes. Let's listen to the 3 kinds of people and let my brother come to study. My mother said that there are 3 kinds of people: good people, evil people, and people who mix good with evil. Little Crane is serious. There is some truth. Long Chen nodded. The good and the evil are 1 in a million, and the people who mix the good and the evil occupy 9,998 in 10,000 people. The character of the good and the evil is constant. No matter what they experience, the good will never get worse, and the evil will never get better. Even if a good person has been hurt countless times, she is still kind-hearted, and even if all the people are good to him, the villain still can't change the evil in his bones. Little Crane answered. Long Chen hears here, the heart moves, what circumstance? This is Little Crane's mother. Do you want to pass on something to yourself through Little Crane? You know, this kind of words, absolutely not Small Crane's son can say, seem to have another deep meaning. Long Chen continues to listen carefully, even the pedestrians around, he also ignore. Little Crane continued. These people who mix good with evil are very vulnerable. When they are with good people, they will become good. When they are with evil people, they will become evil. But my mother said that the influence of kindness is far less than that of evil. If you do good to others 10 times, you will wake up a person's conscience. But once you do evil to others, you will plant the seeds of evil in one's heart, which may affect one's life. I also asked my mother, is our colorful crane family good or evil? Nyang said that our colorful crane family is neither good nor evil. Our mission is to bring good luck to those who can change the world. Those who change the world are good, and we are good. If they are evil, we are evil. Long Chen looks at Little Crane's big black and white eyes, and his heart jumps wildly. It seems that Little Crane's words are unintentional and intentional. Is this telling me? Brother Longchen, do you think you are good or evil? Little Crane suddenly said with a smile. It should be evil. Longchen smiles bitterly. I'll do evil with Brother Longchen. Even if I go to hell, I'll never regret it. Little Crane said with a smile. She smiles very brightly, innocent, she is a kind-hearted little girl. Do not know why, hear her, never regret, these 4 words, let Long Chen inexplicably heartache. Even if it's going to hell, my brother will always protect you. My brother will make your eyes bright and pure forever. Long Chen's big hand gently stroked Little Crane's delicate cheek, solemnly. As soon as he was about to speak, suddenly a strong wind came whistling, accompanied by a roar, Death of the Terran. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4397. Long Chen and Xiao here walk out of the transmission array and talk on the edge, which doesn't hinder the passage of others. But some people seem to look at Long Chen, deliberately find fault, see Longchen squatting and small crane son talk, then kick in the past. Pa Longchen is very angry. He talks to little crane. He doesn't like to be disturbed and doesn't look back. He grabs the man's leg and kicks him in the crotch. Chi! Blood splash, the man a scream, a thigh, was dragon dust abruptly tore down. Not afraid. Longchen looks at small crane son, soft voice asks away. I'm not afraid. I know brother Longchen will protect me? Little crane shook his head. Do you think it's pathetic? Longchen asked again. No, they are bad people. They are full of hostility and tyranny. They will only make those who mix good with evil more evil. Little crane shook his head. Longchen immediately smiles, kisses little crane's forehead and says in a soft voice, Your mother is right. There are pure good people in this world. No matter how others hurt them, they can't change their good nature. I've seen them and I like them, so I think I should protect them from being hurt. If I want to protect them, I can't be kind. I'd rather incarnate as a dark devil. As long as I can protect them, I'm willing to bear all the bad names. Hee, brother Longchen is willing, so is little crane. I like brother Longchen. No matter whether brother Longchen is good or evil, I am willing to follow brother Longchen. Little crane said with a smile. Damn Terran, you are looking for death. At this time, a roar came, and a sharp sword chopped down at Longchen. It was the accomplice of the strong who was kicked by Longchen. This time, Longchen moved. He turned around, threw his thigh away and grasped the man's sword. Dang, Longchen grabs the long sword and makes a sound of gold and iron. The sword is firmly grasped by Longchen. Longchen looks at the strong man in front of him carefully. It turned out to be a blood clan. It's really a narrow road for the enemy. At a glance, Longchen recognized that the strong man was a blood creature, and that the blood creature was a three-pole supreme, powerful man. However, when the sword was cut on Longchen's hand, his arm was numb and half of his body didn't listen to him. He grabbed the sword hard, but the sword seemed to have a root in Longchen's hand, and it couldn't be shaken at all. The change on this side immediately attracted the attention of countless strong people, and the crowd gathered all at once. They all came to see the excitement. Today's Silver Moon City is already a city of chaos. This kind of chaotic war can be seen frequently, and people are not surprised. Therefore, once someone starts, there will be countless people to watch. Ha, it's a Terran boy. It's interesting. Hey, Blood Clan guy, you can't even deal with a humble Terran. That is, even the Terran can't clean up, just kill yourself. You Blood Clan can't afford to lose this man. Most of the people around them were strong people of different races. When they saw that some people even dared to resist with strong people of different races, they suddenly came to the spirit and laughed at each other. Terran boy, don't listen to them. They'll take good care of you. Work hard and kill this boy. I'll make an exception to accept you as my favorite. There are also people who encourage Longchen. However, there was a great humiliation in this tone, which made Longchen's face colder and colder. Originally said these words with small crane son, Longchen is in a good mood, but someone intentionally destroys his good mood. It's like when Longchen wants to eat, someone puts his nose on his meal to disgust him. Boom, the strong man of the Blood Clan was surprised and angry. Suddenly he stopped drinking, and finally he couldn't help it. He opened the vision. Originally, Longchen didn't open the vision. He opened it first, which meant that he had lost, but at this time he couldn't care so much. Click. When people thought that the strong man of the Blood Clan was going to be suppressed, they saw that the weapon in the hand of the strong man of the Blood Clan was broken by the dragon dust with a click. Poof! The broken sword in Longchen's hand cuts through the void, the curtain of heaven splits, and the strong one of the Blood Clan is stiff for a moment. The eyebrow, nose, mouth, throat, chest and abdomen of the strong man of the Blood Clan gradually split. Then his body dislocation, and the vision behind him, also follow stagger. At that moment, countless people were shocked. Dragon dust even a sword to the Blood Clan strong, even with the vision split into two pieces. Pudong! The vision of the strong man of the Blood Clan burst to pieces, and his two corpses fell to the ground so soft that the blood dyed the earth red. At that moment, The strong men who had been watching the crowd before were all dumbfounded. The sword of Long Chen stunned them. "You said you would take me as a war pet?" Long Chen looks at a strong alien in the crowd. The strong man of the alien race was so frightened that he suddenly shook his body and ran away. Poof! The broken sword in Long Chen's hand flew out like a meteor, penetrating his back brain. The alien strongman didn't hum, so he lay on the ground and died. "You say the human race is humble?" Poof! In Long Chen's hand, the colorful sword appears, and one sword cuts it down like a rainbow. The person who opened his mouth before him is cut into blood mist by Long Chen's sword. To be sarcastic? Poof! Dragon dust is cut down with a sword. A strong man of an alien race directly sacrificed a shield in an attempt to resist the strike of dragon dust. As a result, he was cut down by dragon dust with a shield. The shield in his hand is just a magic weapon in the realm. How can he resist the attack of Long Chen? It doesn't take much strength or qualification to make sarcastic remarks, as long as you have a mouth. And the real strength of these sarcastic people is far less than that of the strong people of the Blood Clan, and they even don't deserve to carry shoes for others. But the more such people are, the more they like to make sarcastic remarks to show their prominence. As a result, with their own strong strength, people have a deeper understanding of the word disaster comes from mouth. Puff, puff, puff. Dragon dust hands even point, Taoist light fly out, dozens of alien strongmen have fallen to the ground, their eyebrows were hit out of a blood hole. Coax. As a result, the onlookers were so scared that they fled everywhere. They all watched the excitement, and they didn't know if Long Chen would also give them a liquidation. Master's power, the ball followed Long Chen. A big face appeared on his spherical body. It looked like flesh. At this time, the face was full of worship. Only now does it realize that what a terrible existence it has provoked before, that it can live is completely taken care of by God. "Little Terran, dare to be wild here, let me have a look, you have a few brains." At this time, the roar of the strong came from the distance. Poof! As a result, people didn't see what the creature looked like. The colorful sword in Long Chen's hand shot out, the void burst into pieces, and the blood fog filled the sky. The visitor was killed. Buzz, the colorful sword appears again in Long Chen's hand. Long Chen walks slowly to the Silver Moon City with the Chijue sword. "Little people? The lowly? Who on earth gave you the courage to call people like this?" Long Chen steps towards the Silver Moon City. His black robe floats and his long hair dances like a killing god. His footsteps are like playing a prelude to killing people. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4398. Long Chen holds the Chijue sword and points to the earth obliquely. The point of the sword cuts across the earth. The green brick is like being curd and is cut open. Little Crane stands on the ball, closely following Long Chen. There is not a trace of fear on the little guy's face, but with excitement. And the spherical creature, at this time, followed the dragon dust, and the scales of his whole body appeared golden light. This guy deliberately used gold to show his dignity. If it was suppressed by dragon dust before, it was full of anger, but now it is different. It finally understands how powerful these two people are. This is the area of the demons. "Get out of here, Terrence." When Long Chen stepped into the gate, there was a roar. In front of him, there was an area with the banner of the demons. Today's Silver Moon City has been divided into different areas by various forces, and each other's well water did not violate the river water. The demon region? It's a big joke. Silver Moon City has been a Terran territory since ancient times. When did it become a demon territory? Long Chen sneers. "Those who come near die." There is a strong warning again. Long Chen doesn't pay attention to it, but goes step by step. Buzz, all of a sudden, a strong man with evil spirit, holding a magic sword, chopped at Long Chen. Poof! The 7-Ju sword in Long Chen's hand cuts fiercely, and a divine light shoots out. The demon strongman is shattered by a blow, and the divine light goes straight to the area behind the demon strongman. Looking for death, all of a sudden, a roar came, and then the terrible immortal Qi rose. The sword Qi of Longchen was smashed by one blow. Then, a ferocious old man with long hair appeared. As soon as he appeared, he had already appeared in front of Longchen and caught Longchen with one claw. The vastness of immortality squeezes the void and makes the whole Silver Moon City tremble. All the strong people in the city are terrified. I'm afraid Silver Moon City can't bear such power. Bang! In the face of one claw of the immortal demons, the dragon dust is also a claw hit. When the claw collides with the dragon claw, the explosion of a startling explosion. To everyone's astonishment, the black-robed king of the world boy actually stiffly blocked the attack of the immortal demons. Poof! The dragon dust left hand resists, the right hand seven-ju sword one picks cuts, that demon clan immortal strong one arm is abruptly cut off. What? In the Silver Moon City, countless strong people scream. I'm kind-hearted. I know how to do it. I'm afraid I'll destroy my own industry. Long Chen's big hand swung, and his arm was put into chaos space. This is the real immortal power. The body has immortal power. It is the best fertilizer and can't be wasted. Long Chen Lien sneers at him. He is the immortal power of the demon clan. He fights with him fiercely. It's not necessary to say that he takes back part of his strength after making a move. It's almost like looking for death. Asshole die. The immortal devil was shocked and angry. He finally realized that he underestimated this guy, so he roared. His strength was no longer reserved, and the vision was opened. Boom! Endless magic burst out, the ripple of terror swept the whole Silver Moon City, countless buildings were instantly collapsed, countless strong, directly blown away by the terrible wind. Buzz, the immortal strong man of the demon clan, had a long stick with evil spirit in his hand. He took out the immortal magic weapon and smashed it at the dragon dust. The immortal demon is in a hurry. At this time he can't care so much. He just wants to kill the Terran boy with a stick. At that moment, countless people were scared to flee everywhere, for fear that they would be affected by the immortal power of the immortal demons, so that they would be dead for a moment. In the face of a strike from the immortal demons, Longchen is not in a hurry, does not dodge, his left hand is open, colorful divine light is surging, forming a shield with a radius of tens of feet. Boom! When the powerful one of the demons smashed on the colorful shield of Longchen, a startling explosion broke out. The terrible evil gas detonated the sky, and the whole Silver Moon City collapsed in an instant. The whole world has been torn apart, but the dragon dust is as stable as a rock. The shield covers him, little crane and the ball. The immortal evil Qi that can tear the heaven and the earth can't hurt him at all. How is that possible? The eyes of the powerful demon are about to protrude. He looks at Longchen in disbelief. I can't even clean up a small Terran. It seems that I have to help you. Buzz, suddenly, the void twisted and two figures appeared at the same time. They were also two immortal strong men, and both of them had a strong smell of demons. However, they have two horns. Although they are demons, they are not of the same kind as the strong one of the demons. The two powerful demons at the same time put their hands on the back of the immortal demons with long sticks. At that moment, the immortal power of terror poured into his body. Boom! The three people's power superposed, and the power expanded rapidly, which made the void roar, and the evil gas gushed between heaven and earth, and the whole world seemed to sink into the evil world. However, the unbelievable scene happened, allowing the immortal power of the three people to gush, but they could not shake the colorful shield of Longchen. In the eyes of Longchen, a touch of shock appeared. It was just a step up. Without summoning the 7-star battle body, the Dragon King battle body, and even the divine ring, it could withstand the joint force of the three immortal powers. You know, in the fierce battle of the wilderness and no man's world, Long Chengwang couldn't do it with the power of colorful supreme blood, but today he did it. Dragon Dust Hao also didn't expect. A heavy sky of Boundary King realm unexpectedly can bring such huge change to him. This Chong Tian is not only the promotion of the realm, but also his perception of power and his deeper understanding. Hold on. When countless creatures see this scene, they are all dumbfounded. Their eyes are full of horror. A world king boy has withstood the power of 3 immortal giants. What kind of monster is this guy? This Terran boy can't stay. Kill him together. He may be the destiny of the future. I don't know who suddenly yelled that dozens of immortal strong men flew out from all directions. Instead of watching the war, they killed all of them. Destiny, it's a name that countless people have never heard of, but from the cry of the immortal strong, we can hear the tension and even fear in their tone. Boom! At the same time, dozens of immortal and strong men killed at the same time. They didn't try. As soon as they came up, they all summoned visions. All the breath broke out without any reservation. At this time, no matter what they fight alone, no matter what they bully the small, no matter what their face is honest and shameful, they sacrifice their magic soldiers one by one, attack them dozens of times, and shoot at the dragon dust at the same time. At that moment, the 3 immortal strongmen, who were opposite to Longchen, roared. The attack of these people even covered them. This is to unite the strength of all people, and even Longchen killed them together. 7-star battle body, open. At the moment of dozens of attacks and covering the dragon dust, the god ring behind the dragon dust opens, the sea of stars flows, and the supreme power rises to the sky. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4399. Faced with the simultaneous attack of dozens of immortal strongmen, Longchen's firepower was fully opened, but this time, when he summoned the 7-star battle body, the column of light soared into the sky. Compared with before, the terror scope of hundreds of thousands of miles was reduced by a circle. And this shrinking circle makes the power of Longchen more solid. When the light column rises, the 3 immortal strong men in front of Longchen are scattered by the smell of terror and fly out in a panic. Boom! A startling explosion, the earth shaking, dozens of attacks, even a moment by the dragon dust's pillar of light rushed to stagger. Some attacks are directly shattered. Some attacks even reach the front of the dragon dust, but after the erosion of the light column, they have become the end of the crossbow. Boom, boom. After dozens of attacks, only 5 of them finally hit Longchen. Longchen didn't make any counterattack at all. Instead, he let those attacks hit him and was directly shattered by his body-protecting spirit. The attack of dozens of immortal strongmen was easily accepted by Longchen. At that moment, the faces of all immortal strongmen changed. Terrans can't stay? Then there's no need for you to stay. Longchen looks at these immortal strong men with startled faces, and the cold intention of killing appears on their faces. Longchen can see that all creatures want him to die. Go to hell! Longchen roared like a bolt from the blue. Behind him, the wings of Kun Peng spread like a flash of lightning. He rushed to these immortal strong men and cut off the 7-Ju sword mercilessly. Poof! An immortal strong man didn't even make any response, but he was split in 2 by Longchen's sword. Longchen's speed was so fast that even the immortal strongman couldn't avoid it. Puff, 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 puff. The immortal blood splashes, and the dragon dust is just like a demon, frantically harvesting the lives of the immortal and strong. Don't disperse, attack together, and you can't be broken one by him. There was a cry of terror from the immortal. Poof! As a result, the immortal strongman just finished calling, and the immortal strongman cut down with 1 sword. The immortal strongman held up a magic weapon to block it. The 7-Ju sword of the immortal strongman burst into pieces, and the immortal strongman was also shocked to blood. Bang! The 7-Ju gun in Longchen's hand, like the teeth of a poisonous snake, stabbed him in the chest. At this moment, an immortal strong man roared and killed him, holding a huge battle axe and cutting him down at Longchen. Obviously, they all saw that if they didn't unite, they would be killed one by Longchen. His attack was to rescue the man. Longchen cold hum. In the hand 7Ju gun suddenly a throw, connect a person to take a gun, together smash past, no. The immortal strong man on Longchen's long gun screamed in horror. His eyes were desperate, and he watched the huge axe slash on his head, bang, the huge axe mercilessly splits his head. It was originally a life-saving axe, but it turned into a life-threatening blow. Are you killing people with a knife? Longchen sneers. The immortal strong man with a huge axe chopped the immortal strong man to death with an axe, and the whole person was stunned. What's more, Longchen's words made him angry and gloomy. I'll fight with you. The immortal strong man with a huge axe roared, and his whole body was full of qi and blood. His arms suddenly grew strong, and the tendons on his arms suddenly burst up, as if they were full of snakes. With an axe, he cut the dragon dust fiercely. Don't be impulsive. Some people exclaimed that the strong man with a huge axe had natural divine power and immortal power. Among them, the fighting power was the best. He played a key role in whether they could defeat Longchen. These people are afraid of the immortal strong man with a huge axe. If there is any mistake, others will kill him for the first time. It's not how united they are, but they know that if the immortal strong man with a huge axe dies, their hope of defeating Longchen will be even more remote. At this time, the strong people who watched the battle in the distance had forgotten to breathe. No matter the strong people of the human race or the strong people of the alien race, they had never seen such a picture. Dozens of immortal strongmen, nervously besieging a king of the world, all worked hard, with fear and uneasiness in their eyes, who, when the immortal strong man with a huge axe comes to kill him, suddenly the 7Ju gun in Longchen's hand disappears. His big hand opens, and endless stars flow on his whole palm, and the 7-pointed star pattern appears in his palm. Longchen clenched his fist. Just at the moment when Longchen clenched his fist, the stars suddenly darkened, and then a ripple broke out from Longchen's fist. At this time, the great axe of the immortal strong man fell down, and Longchen raised his fist to meet him. When people watched Longchen give up Qijue sword and Qijue gun, but use his fist to meet the terrible blow, people were shocked. Bang, fist hit on the axe. This huge immortal magic weapon, in the eyes of countless people, burst to pieces. Poof, smashes his fist, smashes the axe heavily on the immortal strong man's head, and the whole head is blasted by Longchen's fist. At that moment, the immortal strong people who rushed to Longchen took a breath of air conditioning, and their hearts were cool. Those who were going to rush to Longchen, cooperate with the immortal strong man holding the huge axe, fight with Longchen, but seeing this scene, they suddenly improved to retreat and fly in all directions, escaped. The strong people on the scene did not expect that a scene even more surprising than a group of immortal strong people fighting together against a small king of the world appeared. These strong people of the world started to run for their lives. However, it's no wonder that dozens of them were killed as soon as they came into contact with each other. Now there are only more than 30 of them. Among them, the most powerful one was hit in the head by Longchen. The blow of Longchen not only broke the head of the immortal strong man with a huge axe, but also broke the confidence of all of them. He's not a man, he's a devil, he's a monster. Every immortal and strong man almost flashed the same idea and ran away for the first time. At this time, it doesn't matter what fame and face are. The important thing is to live. They are more than 30 strong people, all running in different directions. They know that the speed of Longchen is amazing, but no matter how fast, they can't chase so many people at the same time. The people Longchen chooses to pursue must die. While Longchen pursues others, others have the chance to escape. As for who Longchen pursues, it depends on who is unlucky. However, Longchen's action was beyond everyone's expectation. He didn't immediately catch up with him, but slowly made a seal with his hands. On Longchen's body, the colorful divine light flows. In the divine ring behind him, the endless colorful divine swords are condensed into tens of thousands of Qijue swords, the supreme burning blood. 10,000 swords fly together. Dragon dust stops drinking and his fingerprints change. Suddenly, tens of thousands of Qijue swords in the god ring behind dragon dust are shot out, covering the whole world in an instant. www.Ninefold Calm, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4400, Chi-Chi. The void is split. The sharp seven-ju sword seems to cut off the confinement of time and space. 10,000 swords fly together. In an instant, the heaven and earth are cut out tens of thousands of black thin lines, and the whole world seems to be broken. Puff, puff, puff. The seven-ju sword broke out and covered the world in an instant. Although the immortal strong escaped for the first time, they still did not escape the attack range of the seven-ju sword. After this wave of indiscriminate attack, the bodies of the immortal strong were pierced into a sieve. At that moment, the seven-ju sword disappeared, and the cracks in the void slowly healed. At this time, the 30 immortals who had been alive and dancing became corpses. Their bodies are falling slowly, time seems to slow down, people look at the scene in horror, as if in a nightmare. The strike of Longchen didn't give anyone time to react. Everything came too fast. It felt like it was over before it started. Dad is really a genius. Such a trick can also be created. Compared with Dad, I am a fool. Longchen slowly released his hands, and his eyes were full of worship. This is a unique move taught by Long Zhantian. It can directly ignite all the power of the colorful supreme blood. This move can make Longchen not afraid of group warfare, and even in danger, he can save himself from danger. Because the colorful supreme blood is the original force of dragon dust, which can be detonated directly. However, it also has one disadvantage, that is, such a terrible explosion will have a huge impact on the body. So, as a last resort, Longchen is not willing to use it. Until now, Longchen has never used it. However, in this fierce battle with these immortal giants, Longchen found that after he was promoted to King Yichong of the world, his control of power became stronger, so Longchen wanted to try this move. As a result, the power of this move is even more powerful than he imagined. Such a terrible move is launched almost instantaneously, making it impossible to prevent. Its lethality is even more terrifying than the Fire Lotus. If the Fire Lotus is launched by Longchen and Huelinger, its power must be stronger. But because the Fire Lotus wants to achieve the strongest power, it needs the cooperation of the great Buddhist scripture. In this way, it gives the other party time to prepare, and this move only needs to ignite the supreme blood directly to stimulate. Before others can react, they will be hit. The most lethal move is often a surprise move, and this move does exactly that. At the beginning, when Long Zhantian taught Longchen this move, he told him that he could not be forced, or he would get hurt. This is because Dragon Zhantian ignites the supreme blood, which is different from other people's technique of burning blood. Other people burn slowly, and this move created by Dragon Zhantian is burning explosion. That is to let all forces ignite in an instant, without giving the enemy time to react, and in fact, without giving himself time to buffer. This move is as dangerous to the enemy as it is to himself. With this blow alone, the colorful supreme blood in Longchen's body is almost burnt out. If you want to use it again, you need at least 1 day to wait for the supreme blood to recover. After performing one move, Longchen felt like he was burned by fire. After several breaths, he didn't feel anything. This shows that my body is far from reaching the limit. I can try a stronger level of explosion next time. Longchen clenched his fist and his eyes were full of excitement. His body was stronger than he imagined. The skill of burning blood created by Long Zhantian is extremely overbearing. What Longchen does is the lowest level of burning explosion, that is, the entry level. After this display, Longchen has a bottom in his heart. With the improvement of his realm, the upper limit of explosion will also rise, and the power of the move will become stronger and stronger. Hoo-hoo! Longchen's big hand opens, and countless corpses are put into the chaotic space by Longchen and thrown into the black soil. Silver Moon City disappeared, the earth was sunk, the crust has been completely deformed, in the void, there are still many terrible cracks, the original bustling city, instantly turned into hell. Master's power. At this time, the ball with a small crane came, the ball of face-flattering color, although it knows that the dragon dust must be very strong, but did not expect, can be so strong. In the world of practice, powerful power is the greatest charm. This kind of charm, regardless of race or strength, will always be revered. Originally, it was planted with the mark of soul, and its heart was full of humiliation, but now, instead, it feels that this is a supreme glory. Even feel can become the slave of dragon dust, is its biggest luck in this life, standing beside dragon dust, feel this life has never been so beautiful. Behind the dragon dust, the magic ring disappeared, the sea of stars disappeared, and the fluttering long hair and flying clothes all returned to their original static appearance. The fierce murderous spirit on Long Chen's face disappeared. He looked at Little Crane with a warm smile on his face, took Little Crane's hand and said softly, "Sorry, there are always bad people making trouble. Let's play in another place." I'm not afraid. It's fun to watch Brother Longchen punish bad people. If they disappear, many good people will not be persecuted, and the world will become more peaceful and peaceful. The world has become peaceful and peaceful. If Little Crane comes out to play, it won't be as miserable as it is now. Little Crane said with a smile. See, Small Crane's son is not afraid, also don't have any denounce of meaning, Long Chen also at ease. However, looking at the colorful auspicious signs of Little Crane, which have been suppressed in the body and cannot be released in the body, Long Chen can understand what Little Crane said. She needs colorful auspicious signs to resist the foul air of the outside world and keep her purity. However, the world is full of barbarism and killing, full of dirt and mud. How can there be a world suitable for Little Crane to live in? Can she only live in the back mountain of the academy all her life? No, there are many pure places in the world, or I can make a pure land for her. Dragon Dust Heart move, looking at Small Crane's son some tired eyes, he secretly gave birth to an idea. Brother Longchen, Little Crane is a little sleepy. Little Crane suddenly gave a long yawn. Longchen knows that there are so many immortal strong people killed here, and the fear and resentment they release before they die will seriously affect the state of Little Crane. He gently carried the Little Crane up, and with a sweet smile on his face, he fell asleep behind the dragon dust. Long Chen's eyes swept the whole battlefield, countless creatures, suddenly felt a shudder of the soul. Go back and tell your elders that the third master of the dragon is here, and Ming Haoyan is no longer what he used to be. If you don't want to die, just take it easy so that you won't be killed. Once the third master of the dragon takes the hand, he won't even give you the chance to kneel down and beg for mercy. When Long Chen finished, he left with Little Crane on his back. The ball followed them, and their figure disappeared, leaving only the ruins of Inua City, which seemed so desolate. The strong men on the scene watched Long Chen leave, and then the name of Third Master Long spread to the whole hell like a tsunami. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 44:01, Buzz. Long Chen left the battlefield with Little Crane on his back. When there were no more people around, the colorful light slowly overflowed from Little Crane and wrapped up the surrounding space. The little master is. When shrouded by the colorful god, you can see that there is a crane dancing in the colorful god, and the ball is shocked. It had guessed the identity of Little Crane before, but it didn't until Little Crane fell asleep. Without the fierce suppression, her colorful splendor emerged, and it finally recognized Little Crane's identity. Ball of Face can't believe the look. It didn't expect, he unexpectedly met the legendary auspicious beast, no wonder can bring it such a big change. Do you know why I didn't kill you? Long Chen walks with Little Crane on his back. Hearing this, the ball was so scared that he said in a hurry, "That's because the host is kind-hearted and doesn't care about me." The ball dare not say, because the Little Crane like it, in that case, it is likely to cause dragon dust antipathy, there is a sense of arrogance. You're wrong. The reason why I don't kill you is that so far, you haven't killed a human race. Dragon Dust Light Tunnel. The ball heard Dragon Dust said so, immediately relieved, although it hates the Terran, but has not killed the Terran strong. However, he was also secretly glad that he had saved his own life if he didn't kill anyone. He had beaten 2 Terrans who had seen it more than a few times before, but he just taught them a lesson and didn't take their lives. Looking back now, I can't help but be afraid. Thank you for your generosity. The ball is in a hurry. Terran also has good and bad. You kill Terran also have nothing to do with me, but that gives me a reason to kill you. As you know, the little crane itself is a colorful crane, a symbol of auspiciousness. It doesn't hate you and is willing to play with you, which means that your nature is good. You don't have to thank me. If you want to thank me, thank you for the kindness in your heart. It saved you. Longchen rode. Ball a stay. It did not expect. Longchen did not kill it, but because of its heart, a touch of kindness. You know, before, because little crane looked at it a few more times, he wanted to teach them some lessons. According to reason, Dragon Dust, a strong man, doesn't have to talk to him at all. He can kill him with a wave. You know, what it said before is very excessive. If it changes its position with Longchen, it will never allow anyone to challenge it like this. Thank you, Master. The ball is respectful to Longchen. It wants to bow to Longchen like a human being. However, its body is a ball and it can't do it at all. You're welcome. The kindness in your heart has saved your life, but one day, meeting different people may kill you. In this world, the good and the evil are mixed, and there is no distinction between them. No one knows what is right. This is an unreasonable world, so I will not reason with this world in the future. You go. I got my soul mark back. You're free. Dragon Dust Light Tunnel. The ball body trembles. It stands in the same place. Really feel his soul mark disappeared. This soul mark disappeared. He is not happy but feel great loss. At this time, Longchen has gone far with little crane on his back, and the ball exclaims, Master, wait for me. Why follow us when you are free? Longchen frowned. No, Master, you can't lose me. Although I'm not strong in fighting, I have other uses. I know a lot of things. I can help my master do a lot of things. In addition, if my little master wakes up and can't see me, she will be sad. The ball is sincere. But if you follow me, you may lose your life at any time. During the war, I may not be able to take care of you. Dragon Road. No, I really don't. Although I can't fight, I have a strong ability to escape. I don't believe it. Who ate as like as 2 peas? The body of the ball suddenly came to the surprise. It was very unusual for the dragon to be surprised that the body was actually a physical entity. After that, the breath did not decrease. Master, as you can see, I was subdued by you, but actually I had a chance to escape. My 8 parts all have space ability. Even if 7 of them are destroyed, as long as one of them can escape, I will not die. If I meet an irresistible enemy, I can protect my little master from being hurt, and you can fight at ease. The ball is very proud. Even the fire of the soul can be divided into 8, some powerful. Longchen nods away. He is still the first time to see such a trick. If you destroy 7 of them, you can survive. This magic power is very rare. Master, I'm flattered, but if I use this trick, I may fall down. It's for my life. I dare not use it unless I have to. However, for the sake of my little master, I will never shrink back at the critical moment. I can swear in the name of the Earth Spirit Clan. The ball has a serious face. Dilling Clan? Are you a branch of the spirit family? Longchen was stunned. Yes, we used to be Lingzhu, but... With a touch of sadness in the voice of the ball, he said, only later, because we participated in a bloody revenge, we were contaminated with the curse of the devil. From then on, we can no longer return to the Spirit Clan. But we don't regret it. Why can't we get revenge when others can kill us? Speaking of later, the ball gnashed his teeth, full of hate. It's no wonder that you have evil breath, but you keep that little bit of kindness. Evil breath is a curse, and that little bit of kindness is your heart. Longchen suddenly realized. Master, although we are cursed by demons, please believe me. We are proud of ourselves. I will never betray you and your little master. The ball is solemn. Longchen nodded to show that he believed it. Longchen asked, where are you from? Tell my master, I come from the Xianling world. It's a chaotic world. Killing happens all the time. You can only live if you keep killing. Our Earth Spirit Clan is one of the 3 strongest forces in the Xianling world. Among the 3 forces, they are enemies of life and death. Our patriarch is a great saint and the guardian god of our Earthling people. With her, we are safe, but recently, those 2 forces colluded with the saints of other worlds to deal with our patriarch, causing heavy damage to our patriarch. The patriarch protected us to escape from the Xianling world. Facing the pursuit of the enemy, we fled in batches. Finally, I was separated from my people. I was looking for my people, but I met my master. Master, I know that you and your little master are kind people. Can I ask you to save our spirit people? The sound of the ball, with a cry, suddenly its body choked down, so collapsed on the ground. This is the highest etiquette of their family, just like the kneeling of the Terran. Your saints have come to Hades? Dragon dust a lung, isn't say, saint can't leave own world? www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4402, Saints can leave their own world, but because of the exclusion of the world, the realm will be cut off. That is to say, if the saints leave their own world, their cultivation will be suppressed from the realm of saints to the realm of immortality. However, this kind of repression is temporary. After returning to one's own world, repression will disappear, or one day, when the laws of the 2 worlds are completely integrated, repression will also disappear. However, the suppression of the realm is very dangerous for our saints. In addition, our enemies bribed countless powerful people and searched everywhere for the traces of saints. If the saints are exposed because the realm is suppressed and besieged by a group of immortal strongmen, they may fall. The most important thing is that our saints are still injured and have no time to recuperate. Our fighting elites of the Earth Spirit Clan are protecting the saints and fleeing everywhere. Those of us who have the ability to escape but have average fighting power wander around to attract other people's attention and fight for healing time for the saints. Because the Terran is bought, it is very bad for us, so I am also angry with the Terran. That's why I am so irritable when you and the little master stare at me. The ball has no choice but to tunnel. Long Chen didn't expect that there was such a reason in it. In every big world, feelings are not all harmonious. Master, you can easily defeat the immortal strong. I beg you to help us protect our saints and help us to tide over the difficulties. We will always remember your kindness. The ball salutes the dragon dust again, and the words are all sincere. Are you not afraid that I will do harm to you? Long Chen asked. No, I believe you. The people who can be favored by the colorful crane clan are all good people. You will never harm us. The ball is very solid. He didn't believe in his own vision, but in the colorful crane. It was because he recognized the identity of Little Crane that he dared to ask Long Chen for help. You came from the Lingzhu, why don't you ask for help from the Lingzhu? Long Chen asked. The master doesn't know that we are cursed because we are avenged and stained with the devil's blood. Our breath can't be purified and we can't live with the spirit clan anymore. The curse and evil breath on us will pollute the other spirits. We'd rather die, we'd rather genocide, and we won't affect the spirits. The ball shook his head. Long Chen can't help but feel a touch of respect in his heart. Long Chen believes Qiu Qiu's words. In front of Long Chen, Qiu Qiu has no ability to lie. The Di Ling clan would rather destroy their own clan than ask for help from the Ling clan. This spirit is admirable. I have a great relationship with the Lingzhu. I have been favored by the Lingzhu for several times and have received their kindness. I promise you, take me to your saints. Long Chen Road. He finally agreed. After all, the Earth Spirit Clan belongs to the Spirit Clan. If the Spirit Clan is in trouble, Long Chen will not have any hesitation and must help. Although the Earth Spirit Clan has separated from the Spirit Clan, its original intention remains unchanged. Long Chen can still regard them as the Spirit Clan. When the Spirit Clan is in trouble, Long Chen will not stand by. See Long Chen agree, Ball excited, keep saluting to Long Chen, say grateful words, have some incoherent. Saving people is like fighting a fire, sooner rather than later. Do you know where your saints are? Long Chen asked. I don't know the specific location, but I can judge the general location according to the breadth of the people. If we find other people, it's easier to determine the location of the saint. Because the saint is injured, her whereabouts are confidential to us, and we can't let too many people know. If there is a strong one, we will be forced to search the soul so that we cannot know the location of the saint, in order to ensure the safety of the saint the fairway. Long Chen nodded, this is right. Let's go. Who? Long Chen said, summoned Kunpeng Wings, ready to start. Do you want to wait for the little master to wake up? Asked the ball. She woke up and didn't know when, maybe 3 or 5 years, maybe 300 or 500 years. Can she afford to wait? Long Chen said with a smile. I can't wait. Who? The ball's shrunken body is only the size of a fist. It's rude to Long Chen, and then it falls on Long Chen's shoulder. His tentacles are stretched out on his scales, firmly adsorbed on Long Chen's shoulder. Buzz, behind the dragon dust, Kunpeng's wings vibrate, the void explodes in an instant, the space is distorted, and people have rushed out like meteors, thousands of miles in an instant. The ball exclaimed. It had never seen such a terrible speed before. The scenery it could see was distorted and couldn't tell the direction at all. It could only feel it with the power of its soul. Fortunately, the dragon dust and the little crane are enveloped by a powerful purple divine light. They can't feel any pressure at such a fast speed. They can't even hear the strong wind, so they are very stable. Master, you should fly slowly and keep your strength so as not to consume too much. The ball is a little worried. Long Chen has just experienced a big war. Now it's flying so fast and the cost is also huge. It's afraid that if Long Chen meets a strong one, it won't have the strength to fight at that time. No, this speed has no effect on my strength. Long Chen rode. This galloping speed is only about 70% of the fastest speed of Long Chen. It will not cause any burden to Long Chen and will not produce any consumption. Before the First World War, Long Chen exhausted the power of the colorful supreme blood. There was no way to recover in 1 or 2 days. But it doesn't matter. Long Chen has the power of purple blood, the power of dragon blood, and the power of stars. In 10,000 steps, he also has Lei Linger and Hua Linger. Their strength is enough to cope with the battle just now. That is to say, as long as he does not meet the saints, Long Chen is not afraid of anyone, even if it is not in full swing, he has enough confidence and confidence. Hearing what Long Chen said, the ball was shocked and extremely excited. The strength of Long Chen may be beyond its imagination. He never dreamed that he was so lucky that God gave them such a powerful helper, and now they were saved. Don't think wildly, stabilize your mind to perceive. Long Chen rode. As soon as the ball heard it, it quickly put away its excited mood, concentrated on the calm air, and let go of its perception. Then it found that the speed of Long Chen was too fast. Just after it sensed several clansmen, it quickly disappeared. Master, I have a large number of people in the front left. Slow down. The ball suddenly screamed. Dragon dust immediately convergent speed, and along the direction of the ball said slowly fly away. Soon, in front of God light all over the sky, dust. No, my people have been attacked. The ball exclaimed. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4403 Boom. On the battlefield, hundreds of strong men with long bows and black wings on their backs are fighting with the breath of the earth. Among them, there are men and women, old and young, 3 immortal strong men, leading the people to fight and flee, trying not to let the enemy encircle. But there are so many enemies that they will soon form an encirclement. Once they are encircled, they will never run away. They'll use the spirit of the earth to burn blood to entangle them. Go away quickly. One by one, one by one. An immortal old man shouted, his voice full of solemn and stirring meaning. No, let me. They'll pester them. Only you can lead us out. The other 2 immortal giants are in a big hurry. It's time for mischief. It's not time to show your loyalty. Only I can hold them down, but you can't. Come on, don't hesitate. Take the people with you to retreat, or everyone will die. The immortal strong man roared and talked. The earth under his feet turned yellow in a moment, and his breath doubled in a moment. Seeing that the old man's face was determined, the eyes of the other two immortal strong men were full of grief and reluctance. They knew that once they used this magic power, although it could bring him powerful combat power in a short time, when the source was exhausted, he would die. Other creatures with long bows look angry and hate in their eyes. However, there are too many enemies for them to kill. Go! When the other two immortal strong men saw this, they roared and divided the team into two parts to break through in two directions. Wanna go? Dream about it, tell Yi Ling's whereabouts, and never die around you, otherwise you will not be able to survive or die. Just then, the void burst open, and dozens of immortal strongmen appeared, blocking their only escape route. Boom! The appearance of those dozens of strong men, together with the 9 immortal strong men who pursued and killed them, and tens of thousands of troops, all of a sudden completed the encirclement. Now they are unable to fly. It's over. The immortal strong man who was burning blood essence turned pale for a moment and stopped burning blood essence. He burns his blood essence, and his combat power will be doubled instantly. He can entangle the 9 immortal strong men in a short time, and fight for the escape time for everyone. But now, in the blink of an eye, there are dozens of immortal strong men. At that moment, he was completely desperate and gave up the struggle. Tell Yi Ling's whereabouts. I will spare you from death. A tall immortal with golden horns, holding a huge hammer, cheered coldly. You want us to betray your holiness? Dream about it. There will never be a traitor in our Earth Spirit clan. The immortal strong man of the Earth Spirit clan put away his long bow, and suddenly his breath was suddenly confused. No, they're going to blow themselves up. The immortal creature with golden horns was frightened and angry. He wanted to do it, but he didn't dare. Because the 3 immortal strong men of the Earth Spirit clan planned to explode themselves at the same time. They would rather die than surrender. If they do it at this time, they may not be able to stop them from exploding themselves. Otherwise, they will be hurt by their power of exploding themselves. Chi. All of a sudden, the void trembled, and 3 colorful lights shot out, directly penetrating the 3 people's chest. At that moment, the 3 people were like a relieved ball, and their self-explosion was interrupted instantly. The immortal creature with golden horns could not help but be overjoyed that someone interrupted their self-explosion, while the 3 immortal giants of the Earth Spirit clan changed their faces. They didn't have time to think about why the visitor interrupted their self-explosion, but it didn't bring them any substantial harm. Suddenly, with a long bow, they aimed at their own people. Their self-explosion is interrupted, but it's easy to kill themselves. But I'm afraid these people with weak cultivation will be captured alive. In that case, their secret will not be kept. Master Haofeng, don't be rash. Dichio people come to support you. At this moment, an excited voice yelled, followed by the roaring of the strong wind, blowing the earth, raising dust all over the sky, and then saw a man with long hair in a black robe appear. As soon as the black-robed man appeared, a sphere on his shoulder jumped down, and his body shook, revealing a sphere 3 feet in diameter. The man in black robe is no one else. It's Longchen. When he comes at a high speed, he inspires Chijue's sword, which interrupts the self-explosion of the 3, but doesn't hurt their muscles and bones. Dichio, what are you doing here? Why don't you run after seeing the ball? The old man, who was called team leader Haofeng by the ball, was first surprised and then furious. Dichio people are not strong in fighting, but they have considerable escape ability. It may be too late to escape now. What's the difference between his coming here and his death? There's no need to be afraid, clan leader Haofeng. We've invited experts from Dichio clan to ensure everyone's safety. The sound of the ball, full of confidence. For you. When Longchen arrived, the strong people on the scene were stunned. Although Longchen didn't break out any momentum, and his accomplishments were just a little king of the world, his way of appearing on the stage was astonishing and unpredictable. A living creature yelled. Poof! Longchen shakes his hand, and a colorful sword shoots out. Through thousands of miles of space, a sword pierces the man's eyebrows. The man is an immortal and strong man, but he didn't expect that Long Chen would suddenly be in trouble, and he didn't know what to do. When he reacted, he was killed by a sword. Dragon Dust's colorful supreme blood, although temporarily unable to use the technique of burning blood, but used to raid, or enough. Shu, Long Chen stretched out a finger and put it on his lips. He made a silent gesture and whispered, "My sister is asleep. Please keep your voice down. Don't disturb her. Otherwise, don't blame me for being cruel and killing all of you." Looking for death, seeing that Long Chen killed people, he even made them speak in a low voice, just like no one else. All of a sudden, he completely angered them. Boom! Dozens of immortal strong men, led by the immortal creature with golden double horns, come together to kill Long Chen. Looking at the posture, they want to directly crush Long Chen into powder. It's hopelessly stupid. Buzz, Dragon Dust left hand hooks small crane's son. Try not to disturb her. In the right hand, a snow-white flame lotus emerge. World-destroying fire lotus, boom! The flame lotus shoots out and blooms in the crowd. The cold flame devours everyone. In addition to the immortal strong, the rest of the people, all of a moment into nothingness, even the immortal strong, who also hung frost, and the frost is still burning, let them make a piercing scream. Good opportunity, the old man called Haofeng, holding a long bow, shot out with an arrow. The immortal creature with golden horns, who was struggling to get rid of the entanglement of the flame, was pierced by a sword and screamed bitterly. Puff, puff, puff. The strong men of the other earth spirit clans, seeing the opportunity, drew their bows and arrows one after another. The arrows were like raindrops and killed the immortal strong men. Those immortal strong men who scream in terror, run away, and the arrows of the earth spirit family strongmen, except the 3 immortal strongmen, cannot cause fatal damage to them. Only a dozen people were shot and killed, and the rest of them, with a whole body of fire, ran away without a trace like a lost dog. Seeing that the men had fled, Haofeng did not chase them. He came to Long Chen and bowed to the end. "Thank you for saving your life. I will never forget it." www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4404, Get Up. I have a deep relationship with the Lingzhu. It's my duty to help you. Long Chen helped the old man up and said, "How about our side, clan leader Haofeng? How much is the loss?" Asked the ball. We were ambushed continuously. When we separated from the saint, we still had more than 40,000 people. Now, the head of Haofeng clan looked sad. There are more than 40,000 people, and now there are only so many left. It can be seen how tragic the escape is. By the way, how did you get to know this hero? Haofeng asked. The ball suddenly embarrassed, but the ball did not hide, put his provocation Dragon Dust after all said. Master Haofeng was speechless for a while. This opportunity is unexpected. It will be a blessing in disguise. Head of Haofeng clan, the master promised to help us. Please take him to see the saint. The fairway. This. Hearing Qiuqiu's words, the clan leader of Haofeng suddenly became indecisive. Obviously, the whereabouts of the saint can't be known by outsiders. If Long Chen has any bad intentions towards the saint, it's troublesome. At this time, the soul of Qiuqiu fluctuates frequently. It is obvious that he is communicating with the clan leader Haofeng in secret. The clan leader Haofeng looks at the sleeping little crane behind Long Chen with a surprised look on his face and says with shame, "I'm sorry, but am the one who takes the heart of a villain as the belly of a gentleman." Long Chen smile, there is no displeasure color. Careful make 10,000 years ship is very important, cautious is should. Thank you for your understanding. I'll take you to the Holy One. Haofeng clan leader is in a hurry. Before, he still hesitated, but when the identity of Little Crane came out of the fairway, the clan leader of Haofeng immediately put down all his guard. Shall we trim it? After all, we have just experienced a big war, we need to recover our strength, and many people need to heal as strong immortals suggested. Just after a big war, many people are seriously injured. Now after the war, many people need to heal. Even the immortal and strong need to recover. Please bear with me. On the battlefield, the situation is changing rapidly. No one knows what accidents will happen. Let's find the saints early and be at ease. Long Chen suggested. Hao Feng nodded. He also thought so the wounded can only bear the pain on the road. Long Chen called the ball to the side, gave it some healing medicine, gave it to the injured, and distributed some pills to restore their physical strength. When people took the pills, they suddenly felt refreshed. When they looked at Long Chen again, their eyes changed. Master Long Chen, is he a master of alchemy? Hao Feng clan leader with the people forward, while the line asked. The elder just call me Long Chen. I don't dare to be an expert in alchemy. I just know something about it. Long Chen rode. That Hao Feng clan leader is very old. He calls the elder to Long Chen, which makes Long Chen uncomfortable. What Long Chen doesn't know is that they, the strong people of the Earth Spirit clan, have just come to the Terran, and they don't know the name of the Terran. They only know that most of the people here, who call the strong people, are called predecessors, so they follow. Master Hao Feng, if you are in good health, let's speed up. I always have a bad feeling. Long Chen rode. Good, the head of Hao Feng clan was also very worried about the saint. After all, when they separated, they only attracted a small number of strong people, but they didn't succeed in draining. They didn't know what happened to the saint. Hao Feng clan leader with all the way gallop, but stop and go, stop, take out a drop of blood as a guide, to determine the direction. After 4 or 5 pauses, the head of Hao Feng clan pointed to a direction with the arrow of blood essence and trembled rapidly. No, the Holy One has been badly damaged and is in danger. Hao Feng clan leader's face changed greatly. I'll go with the ball first. Buzz, behind the dragon dust, the wings of Kunpeng spread, the ball jumped on the shoulder of dragon dust for the first time, the wings trembled, the space roared, and the figure of dragon dust disappeared in an instant. Come on, full speed, help the saints. Hao Feng people grow up and roar, all of them burst out with all their strength and go all out. Boom! Dragon dust's wings tear the void, just like the lightning, dragon dust's divine consciousness unfolds, and the perception is open to the extreme. Without the guidance of leader Hao Feng, he only knows the general direction, but the direction of the saint is always changing. If not, he will miss it. The dragon dust is speeding, the heaven and the earth are constantly twisting, the speed is fast to the extreme, but at this time, the ball is very nervous. I hope the dragon dust can come to the saint's side immediately. Found it. Long Chen galloped for a long time, suddenly felt the weak fluctuation, which was the aftereffect of the battle. When the dragon dust is close to the battlefield, he soon catches the breath of the strong, and then he sees the divine radiance in the broken void ahead. Boom! The dragon dust came through the air and went through the battlefield. Countless strong men on the battlefield were fighting furiously. The earth had been sunk and the void had been broken down. There were corpses everywhere. It was extremely tragic. When the figure of dragon dust across the void, terrible wind, plow over the earth, countless strong people are taken to fly. It's the breath of the saints, right ahead. The ball yelled. There is no need for the ball to shout. Long Chen also sensed the breath of the saint-level strongmen. However, unlike the red hair monster, the breath of the saint seemed to be suppressed by some force. It seemed that he was powerless and had a specious feeling. Boom! With a startling sound, the rainbow surges, hundreds of immortal heroes fly out, and the battlefield is empty. Then, Long Chen sees a woman with a colorful bow and purple gems inlaid in her eyebrows. The woman looked 27 or 28 years old, wearing a green dress, bare arms, blood skin, leaving 7 or 8 shocking wounds, blood dyed half of the skirt. The long bow in my hand burst out the dazzling divine radiance like the sun. I don't know what magic power was used, and in an instant, it bounced all the hundreds of immortal strong people away. Poof! And after this blow, her face quickly darkened down, bright and clean skin, as if eroded by some force, the whole person lost his look. Lord, the ball roared hysterically. The woman was no other than the patron saint of the Earth Spirit clan. Today, I'm Zhao Qingyu. I'm going to slaughter him. At this time, an arrogant voice came. I didn't see the person. I heard the voice first, and then a big hand with great blood patted the woman fiercely. The blood burst out in that torrential weather, and Long Chen was startled. Up to now, he has never seen such a terrible force of qi and blood. Compared with the force of qi and blood, the immortal force is not worth mentioning. Want to kill the saint? They'll take you on the road. When the woman gritted her teeth, a jade hand stretched out and pressed on the gem in the center of her eyebrows. Not good. The ball exclaimed. It knew that if she used the power of gems, she would fall. You are the body of all gold. You should die with him. You look down on him too much. Let me meet him. Buzz. At this time, the dragon dust appeared. A big hand covered with golden dragon scales met the big hand of qi and blood. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. Chapter 4405, Boom. Two big hands collide in the void, just like meteors, and the whole world is shaken bright and dark. The violent qi and blood burst out, and the two figures regressed at the same time. However, Long Chen felt that his qi and blood were surging, and he was shocked far away. The breath of the dragon. Are you a dragon? A cold drink came from the other side. Obviously, the appearance of Long Chen shocked him. No, you're not a dragon, you're a human. As the air billows and the void stops twisting, a figure emerges. It is a creature in a black robe, with two horns on his head and scales all over his body. He is tall, full of qi and blood, a pair of eyes open and close, there is lightning flow, the divine light frightening. Long Chen was shocked to fly hundreds of miles, but he only stepped back 3 steps. Obviously, he had an absolute advantage in this blow. The little people dare to meddle in their own affairs. They think they can be invincible if they absorb the essence and blood of the dragon? I don't know. In my eyes, your dragon power is nothing. It seems that your life is too long. The strong man with 2 horns is cold in his eyes. Dragon dust suddenly killed, blocking the blow of the strong man with 2 horns. The pupils of those immortal strong men who had been shocked before shrank. They never thought that a man could block the blow of the strong man with 2 horns. Others may not know, but they all know how terrible the creature with 2 horns is. Isn't that a little too full? Long Chen shakes his hand, numb with shock, with a strange smile on his face. It's unexpected that I met the Dark Dragon people here. No wonder they have such strong power. I really can't imagine that the strong man with 2 horns is a dragon horn, a symbol of supreme authority. However, although this strong man belongs to the Dark Dragon family, he is neither a dark evil dragon nor a dark wild dragon. His breath is totally different from that of the Lord of the Temple, but it is terrifying. I don't know why, after a fight with him, the dragon tendons of Long Chen began to tighten, and a lot of dragon blood began to pour out from the dragon tendons. At that moment, Long Chen understood that the dragon race was a proud race. In particular, Long Chen's dragon blood came from the mysterious dragon strongman. The one in front of him inspired the dragon power of Long Chen's dragon blood. It's the blood essence of the real dragon clan? It's interesting. Absorbing your essence and blood should be of great benefit to me. If you don't go to heaven, you will come to hell. The creature with the dragon's horns grinned, revealing a row of gloomy teeth, just like a bloodthirsty beast. Terran friends, you are not his opponent. You go. You and I don't know each other. There's no need to leave your life here for nothing. At this time, the woman behind Long Chen spoke. Although facing death, her voice is still calm, without any fear. She knows how strong the first dragon horn is. In the whole battlefield, he is the most powerful and the only one who has the ability to kill her. If she is in the Xianling world, she can kill this guy at will. But here, her realm has been cut off by the way of heaven. In these days, she has lost her strength in hundreds of battles. Now there is such a terrible guy. She has no hope. She just wants to pull this peerless pride on the road together. Lord Saint, the Master is very powerful. He will help us out of danger. At this time, the ball flew to the saint, blocking in front of her, with a posture of protecting to the death. Master, I'll take care of this guy. Can you handle the rest? Dragon Dust Head does not return to the tunnel. You know he is. The woman was surprised. It doesn't matter what he is. As long as he is in the kingdom, no matter what level of genius he is, he can only be my defeated general. Dragon Dust Light Tunnel. Hearing Long Chen's words, the girl's pupil shrinks slightly. Long Chen's voice, with strong self-confidence, makes people have to believe him. Is it because I'm so hurt that I feel something wrong? That woman's heart's secret way, but hear Long Chen say so, her already dead heart, gradually warm up, don't know why, in front of this handsome man, seemed to be able to give people endless hope, her fighting spirit also gradually burning up. Well, Yi Ling is willing to fight with you again. Then the woman took a deep breath. The jewel on her forehead suddenly lit up. Her exhausted breath was quickly supplemented. Originally, she was going to detonate the gem and pull the dragon man on the road together. Once the gem breaks out, it will bring her terrible power. But now, in a soft way, she inspires the power of gems. Obviously, she has made up her mind to place all her hopes on Longchen. If Longchen fails, her power of gems will be exhausted. At that time, she may not even have the chance to kill herself. But I don't know why, she is willing to gamble with Longchen. Ha ha ha. The strong man with dragon horn laughed, as if he heard the funniest joke in the world. You want to stop me? A man who can't even catch a blow from me wants to fight with me? The stupid woman of the Earth Spirit clan even believed you. Haha, is the world crazy? The strong man who gave birth to the dragon horn laughed, but the laughter was full of anger. Obviously, Long Chen's words angered him. With his laughter surging, the void behind him filled with endless black air, and the whole world suddenly darkened. No, I'm not going to stop you, I'm going to kill you. Long Chen's big hand moved a few times in the void. He felt that the paralysis had gradually disappeared, and then he said faintly, in other words, it's not me who will kill you, but the dragon blood will in my body. I'm sorry, I can't let you leave alive today. Ha ha ha, are you trying to laugh me to death? The strong man with dragon horn was very angry and laughed. Maybe he never thought that someone would dare to say something like this to him. If you laugh to death, it's good. At least you don't have to bear pain and fear. It's a relief. Long Chen's face is solemn. He just wanted to stop this man, but didn't want to kill him. After all, he didn't know much about Dragon Dust of the Earth Spirit Clan. Dragon Dust didn't want to kill too many people for the sake of the Earth Spirit Clan. But when the dragon blood in his body began to burn and the will in his soul began to affect him, Longchen knew that this dragon strong man in front of him might have a great hatred for the real dragon. He inherited the will of the dragon strong man, and also continued this hatred. The will of the dragon soul represents the will of the dragon strongman. The strong man of the dragon clan has a great kindness to Longchen. He saved his life several times and saved the whole Tianwu continent. Longchen will never disobey his will. Therefore, for the strong man in front of him, Longchen has a will to kill heart, but the will to kill heart is not his original heart, but a kind of task. Ignorant and stupid people, you will pay for your ignorance and stupidity. After killing you, I will kill your clan and your family and destroy them all. The first Dragonhorn strong man is furious. You don't have that chance. Dragon Dust Light Tunnel. To die, the strong man with the dragon horn roars and is about to take action. Wait a minute, Longchen said. What? Now it's too late to regret. Firstborn Dragonhorn strong sneer, but still stopped action. Take care of my sister for me, ball. Longchen said, and carefully handed the sleeping crane to the ball. Master, don't worry, I promise no one can hurt the little master. The ball catches the little crane and goes back. Come on, let me see if your hands are harder than your mouth. Seeing off the little crane, Longchen looks at the strong man with the dragon horn, and his eyes become sharp for a moment. www.novelhold.com, the fastest update of the web novel. You're tuning in to the Passion Pages YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.